I'm going to persevere. I'm going to punch through the boundaries. I'm going to become, that person that they say I can't be. And I'm going to be successful no matter what. But even though I have done that, there's still this back here. This song. In the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind. Trying to hit this beat on time. Keep my eyes wide open, looking on the horizon. I'm putting my time in, digging up this mine, searching for a cherry diamond. Looking for these nuggets of truth, I need to find them. But until then, I'll carry on grinding. 1 year older, alcoholic former. I can feel the dark side getting colder. I made a deal with the devil on my shoulder. All I can do is to keep the demons in the corner. Give a pig a fish, feed him for a day, but don't take away his bottle of Tanqueray. 1 more drop and we'll be okay. Or maybe I should save it for a rainy day. Take another trip down to Total Wine. Pour another drink in my cup. Drink it all down to the bottom line. All this money, it'll never be enough. Now I think I'm feeling fine, so I polish this rhyme like a diamond in the rough. Try to free my mind, put my nose to the grind, put my pen to the paper when things get tough. Don't believe in the lies of he, cause I'm a super blind man, but I still see the blackest eyes like a black-eyed pea. Words crystallize as I'm flowing on the beat. Look into the water at my reflection. 5'12" with a mayonnaise complexion. Drink some whale tail from my depression. Captain Ahab on a ship with no direction. I am a man sitting on an island alone with 2 gin bottles and a microphone. Writing my message on a scroll and throw it into the Dead Sea like a skipping stone. Spinning in this vortex unknown. Riding on a whale until I'm home. It's not that deep, but don't look below, cause before you know it, you'll get caught in the undertow. Take another trip down to Total Wine. Pour another drink in my cup. Drink it all down to the bottom line. All this money, it'll never be enough. Now I think I'm feeling fine, so I polish this rhyme like a diamond in the rough. Try to free my mind, put my nose to the grind, put my pen to the paper when things get tough. All of a sudden, the camera has been turned back at him, and he's like, wait, no. What do you mean, wait, no? It's your turn, bro. This beat is so Chino. I'm about to go medieval on this American tech reviewer. He's a fucking pedo. Discord server of unspeakable evil gooning out to cuties, then sweep it up like Vito. Your bank accounts approaching 0, so you hacked into Jay's PC and took his De Niro. Your parents take care of your kids on the D-Lo. Don't listen to your mom, cause what the fuck does she know? Make believe making beats in your parents' home, but make believe don't mean shit on the streets of Rome. Manic episode, now you feel incredible. Do something regrettable, maybe something federal. Your Dropbox is full of photos that are questionable. Don't give a fuck, time to slam another edible. Playing Elden Ring and smoking dope. Stressed by an iPad from Best Buy so you could cope. I would tell you to jump, but you'd break the rope. It's because you're too fat. Now you get the joke. This goes over your head like Evil Knievel. You're acting kind of emo. Cry harder like a baby. Bambino, you're just a childish capo. But I am Gambino. Don't you know who I am? I won more place at Eva. Time to bring up another Zeno. Say hello to the little friend of Pacino. This is Vegas, son. I'll send you back to Reno. There's only room for 1 mob in this casino.
Sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any.
It's going to be acidity from tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
and then spice.
Tart and it's acid and nothing else. All right. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side flip. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style. Tips, greasy hair. Pasta once a week. Authentic style, Asian fusion style. Italian.
Guess what else we're gonna add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's gonna go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side film. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I am a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix. You guys like pizza? I know I do. I love pizza. I'm Italian. I'm disappointed that since I moved out here to the West Coast, there is not a real authentic East Coast Italian style pizza out here. Would you like to have a pizza party with me?
Got McDonald's Cam tries it this week.
Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie!
In such a
Burn on the
all
oven!
the feels to
Mozzarella!
feels ancient to me.
And delicious!
Once again for over a
Make it
year
a dollar!
sober.
Roll it out the toss in the air! Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens! Salvano cheese, Salvano greasy shit, crazy meat, weird sauce. The sauce has these big chunks of tomato that are very well seasoned, that are really good. Turn on the ovens and burn all the pizzas. Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella! And delicious! Take it a dollar, roll it out the toss in the air. Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Greasy shit. Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Weird sauce. Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella! And delicious! Take it a dollar, roll it out the toss in the air. Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Greasy shit. Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Cheese. Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Weird sauce. Pizza pie! Crazy meat. Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens. Now on to the more exotic seasonings. These seasonings are catered more towards Italians. If you're not Italian, you don't like these kind of seasonings, you don't have to use them. But I'm Italian and I love it. Hello, my name is Phil Burnell, more commonly known as DSP or Dark Side Phil on the internet. My saving grace, my wife, is the reason why I'm so happy. Now, of course, I'm getting emotional, but did you see how angry I was before I met Kat? You saw how angry I was, right? Everything before her was another life. Everything since I met her has been the best life. My life is so much better because of my wife. That's why I think that so many people out there are in pain and are hateful and hate others and think it's okay to step on others. I gotta step on others to get ahead. I gotta hurt others to get ahead. Because you're not happy. Because if you were happy, you wouldn't want to crush others. You wouldn't need to crush others. Because you would be okay. Everything before her, my life is so much better because of my wife. Now, of course, I'm getting emotional, but everything before her was another life. Everything since I met her has been the best life. The best life. And I wish that for all of you. The best life. I really do. Now, of course, I'm getting emotional, but the best life. Everything before her was another life. Everything since I met her has been the best life. That's why I think that so many people out there are in pain and are hateful and hate others and think it's okay to step on others. I gotta step on others to get ahead. I gotta hurt others to get ahead. Because you're not happy. Because if you were happy, you wouldn't want to crush others. And I wish that for all of you. I really do. Get away from me! Good, now I'm away from that annoying fucking bitch of a kid who I would have slapped in real fucking life if they talked to me like that. I would have fucking pimp slapped that shit out of that. Huh?
I am the tips of Christmas past.
Ho, ho, ho. I am the tips of Christmas present.
I am the tips of...
Look out, there's a black woman coming! Ah!
God blesses everyone.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
Finished work for the year and a duty stream? Great day. Have you heard new Willie Doll DSP doll song Not Worthy of My Rubs? Early MC and HNE too.
I need that money.
No,
I really do.
no, I
need
did
that
not.
money to pay my bills.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy
McDonald's Cam
Duty.
tries it this week.
Really? Awesome, brother. I
need
like that.
money.
Enjoy
I
that.
really
Thank
do.
you,
I
thank
need that
you.
money to pay my bills.
With the early momentum.
In such a better place. All the feel stuff honestly feels ancient to me.
What's up,
Thanks again
Jordan?
For over a year snort sober.
What's up, Jordan? That's right. Jordan did break prognosis earlier this year. Let's give Jordan a round of applause. That's right. Here at the Duty Stream Center or institution, our life mission is to help people break prognosis and escape snort Korea. That's right. That's Duty's mission statement. I should actually get that on a plaque or something like that. Anyway, that's right, folks. Duty's playing White Run. You know why Duty's playing White Run. The Comcast detractor is back, ruining Phil's life. Good God.
I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
Nick, thank you, brother. Thank you for
The
that
king
support.
is currently enjoying his new moat.
Oh, yes, it is. Because, of course, everyone in the Seattle Renton area is drowning except for Phil. Phil's nice and comfortable, perched up on his hill fort. That's right. And he's perfectly fine. Everyone else is screwed and fucked. But Phil's okay. And that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters is Phil is okay. But, first of all, first thing I'm going to say here is, I'm going to try to be very sensitive. Okay, I am. I know that there is a disaster going on right now in the Seattle area. So first thing I want to say is I'm going to try to be careful, okay? I'm going to try to be careful. I know that there's been some people have lost their lives. Tons of people, just it's a pretty bad, disaster stream for disaster in the Seattle area. So I hope everyone is okay. I know it sucks, man. I know it really sucks. This, any natural disasters are a pain in the ass. So sorry. I hope anyone impacted, but I hope you guys are okay. And I hope you guys can get your lives kind of back together. And I know this really sucks, especially being around the holidays. You don't want to have to, you never want to have to deal with this, but especially you don't want to have to deal with this during the holidays. So I'm going to be very careful. I'm not going to upset anyone or offend anyone. Again, remember, folks, Duty's a detractor. He's a comedian to some extent. And, no offense to anyone. I will be talking about the flooding and kind of all those things. But I just want to state that my heart goes out to all of you guys in that area or anyone being impacted. So hope everyone is safe. Hope your loved ones are safe. And don't worry, the America will come together and help and save the area. So my understanding is, I know that they've localized the state, local governments. The National Guard was deployed. I'm sure FEMA will be out there. Being that some levees were breached, I'm guessing the United States, is it Armed Corps? The Armed Corps of Engineers? I forgot what they are, but I know they'll be out there providing support and, helping out. And, so we will deploy. Americans will deploy and support Army Corps of Engineers. Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Yes. I'm sorry. It's in the morning. I haven't had my coffee yet. It's still early. Give me a break. I'm sorry. Okay. I knew it was Army Corps something, and I knew they were engineers, but it's been a while. Trust me. We deal with them all the time in my area. So, seriously, your words are like Phil sometimes. They are. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. What am I gonna do? The one difference between me and Phil is I know my limitations and I accept them, and it's perfectly fine. It's okay. I'm all right. I'm not the best speaker. My words are tongue. I'm tongue twisted half the time. Half the time I'm using the wrong words. It's all good. It's okay. It's okay. I appreciate you guys helping me out. That's why I have this stream, so that you guys can help me in my English and my grammar. So.
I've never run into this thing before.
Oh, it's a money creature. Thank you.
Yeah, look.
All right, I got some shout outs. Let me
money around. What the hell was that?
Let me
absolutely heartbreaking.
It is.
Disappointed face emoji. I feel terrible for all the people with no internet who can't do their podcast or stream. I'm praying Comcast workers get their shit together.
Yes.
God bless.
Yes, they need to risk their lives. It doesn't matter if there's down power lines. It doesn't matter if there's flooding and there's down power lines that are active. They need to get in those waters and make sure that their internet is correct so our favorite e-beggar can stream and make money. That's the most important thing. See, there you go. Again, that's Duty being a little bit inappropriate, but I'm trying to be sensitive. Duty, did you see him on Wing stream last night? I did see him before. We did talk about it on the other stream. So, yes, we did talk about it. He's a pathetic human. He is. He's starting drama and bullshit with Wings of Redemption, and I'm getting kind of annoyed because he knows that Wings of Redemption is dealing with depression and he's off his medication and all the other low-cal bullshit that's happening in this motherfucker's life.
What job did you have before
and he just
you
doesn't care.
Phil, and how did you have the misfortune of discovering him?
No job. I was retired before all right, if you don't, I'll give some duty lore in a little bit when I answer your question. But let me real quick go through the donations. I appreciate all the support. My God, the momentum has been insane. So first of all, Cam, thank you, brother. I appreciate. All right, hold on a second. Let's see here. Cam, brother, thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate that. Let's see. You finished work up for the year. Well, congratulations, brother. Anna, yes, Duty will be here. I'll be streaming for the next couple days. I'm probably going to be taking a Christmas break myself, so no live streams for Christmas into the New Year's. I'll probably be back around I don't know, the 5th or the 6th of January.
Don't come to
Thank
me.
you, brother.
Autocorrect is a detractor.
Yes, it is. Let's see. Great day. Have you heard the Wolverine doll DSP doll song "Not Worthy of My Rubs"? Early MC. No, I didn't hear that. If you have a link to it, we could definitely watch it. Just post it in the channel. We'll definitely watch it. Cam, brother, thank you for the $1.99. Got McDonald's. Cam tries it this week. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but it sounds cool. Sounds cool. All right, whatever you're doing, brother, I hope you're having a lot of fun with it. And then Jordan, of course, shout out, brother. Jordan, of course, broke Pignosis early this year and has been a detractor. It's stuck. He hasn't. He still has his sobriety chip, so he hasn't gone back to DSP. He broke Pignosis successfully. So shout out, Jordan, brother. I appreciate. I'm glad you found a good space. I know you hang out in the Rawfield streams and also that being said, WPIG. So congratulations, brother. I appreciate it. Yes, it's Jordan. Remember Jordan from Stardew Valley? He actually was one of the people that, had enough common sense to ask questions. And when Phil was lying to him and was lying to his viewers, he had enough common sense to kind of look into it for himself and found out, like most of us, that DSP is full of shit. So he broke Pignosis, shout out. And then, of course, he blamed Duty for brainwashing him. Let's not forget, I brainwashed Jordan and I brainwashed Void, and I made them detractors. Yes, Duty Streams did, according to Phil. And then Nick, brother, thank you for the 2, man. I appreciate it. The king is currently enjoying his new moat. Yes, he is. He's lucky, though. As far as I know, his area wasn't really impacted. So he should be happy and thankful and not, be bitching and complaining because his internet is down. And sad to report, the internet was back up. It came up last night. So he did get his internet back by 7 o'clock at night. The thing, though, is just, it's so... It's insane, man. It's insane. The man is perpetually online, and he loves to talk about everyone else, right? He was so desperate for internet that he decided to fire up his phone and do a video and post it on his channel, and also post it on Twitter, right? And I'm guessing he probably posted it on Kick too. I'm not sure if he could do that or not. But the man was sitting there just upset, whining and complaining that he has nothing to do. Literally, he complained that he had nothing to do. The man that tells everyone in the vortex that they're pathetic, they have no lives, that they're perpetually online, that they're everything under the book, right? The man that continually tries to shit on detractors is telling us that he has nothing to do. The man that sits there every single day and talks about how busy he is and how he wish he can spend more time with his wife and his family, and he wish that he can do more things. He wish he could take his wife to the zoo, right? This man that tried to tell everyone and convince everyone that they're the losers is physically and visibly shaken because he lost his internet and doesn't know what to do. That's insane, man. That's some crazy shit. That's some crazy projection and some crazy shit. You would have thought he would have just fucking shut his phone down, go away for a day, maybe post something and just say, yeah, my internet's down. Hopefully it'll be back soon. Or say something like, I don't know, say something to the effect of, yeah, my internet's down. We're okay. Prayers for everyone out being impacted. I hope everyone is okay and safe. And we'll get back to it when we get back to it. Something like that. Nope. Phil couldn't do that. No, Phil had to be crying and whining because he had nothing to do. Literally had nothing to do. The man who has a home full of garbage and trash. A man that tells us his garage is jam-packed with cat litter and garbage. A man who tells us he can't buy a weight bench because the room he works out in is too crowded, right? You would think he would have taken the time and just cleared shit out. Fix that shit. His internet is down again. No. Oh, wait a minute. Damn, I gave you a round of applause. See? I'm a religious man. Duty's a religious man. You guys know that I have religious beliefs. I'm very spiritual. I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. And I do believe in karma. I do believe in a little bit of karma. So I do believe in a little bit of karma. So, if his internet is down again, great. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. Medusa, I'm sorry, Duty Streams. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry. But I'm not cleaning out my closet. Yeah, clean out your fucking closet, dirtball. Good Jesus, man. We're going to get into it. We got a couple videos to watch, even though there was really no content. We're going to watch some videos. We got some Kino Casino videos. And then I just want to talk about how pathetic Darkside Phil is. That's why I decided to stream today. I thought about not streaming today and just taking another day off because I'm not going to lie. Yesterday was amazing. You guys want some Duty lore? I have some Duty lore for you guys. Yesterday was an amazing day for me. And if you guys notice, I haven't been posting that much. So it's funny, someone commented on one of my videos and said watching DSP made Duty depressed. A little bit. It has made me a little bit depressed. I'm not, all right, I'm gonna be open and honest and transparent with you guys. I've been having a rough time this season. Okay, you guys ready? This is a pity segment for you guys because I want you guys to feel pity for me and give me money and like my videos and all that, okay? So Duty's being transparent and honest. No, I'm being sad. I've been a little depressed this season, man. I know what it is. I've been missing my dad. I have. I've been missing my dad. Some stuff came up this holiday. Some business stuff from my dad's business. I ended up getting some documentation that was forwarded to me that it was just stuff with my dad. It had his signature and all this stuff. And it was a letter he wrote, a hand letter that he wrote. I don't know, it hit Duty in the feelings. It really did hit me in the feelings. So I've been a little bit depressed since Thanksgiving. No, well, that whole thing is, yeah, that's all though. But my dad passed away when I was 5. I think most of you guys know my dad passed away when I was 5. So I don't know what I normally don't get like sentimental like that. And then like I got all this stuff shipped to my house, and then my daughter was there. She was asking me about like my dad and all that, and I don't know, brother. It just hit me really hard. It made me sentimental. So then, of course, I'm thinking about everything and all that stuff. So I've been a little down this holiday. I don't know why. I think that's what it is. I think I just missed my dad. So there you go. But it's okay. We could talk about it, memories and all that stuff. So. And then, Duty's a true man. He keeps his emotions bottled up. He keeps it deep down inside, very bottled up. So, and I am getting older. I'm going to be 50. My dad passed away when he was 56. So there you go. So if, he died when he was 56. So he died as a young man. So hopefully Duty has more than 6 years to go. But yes, Duty is a strong silent type. Unless he's talking about DSP, then he's just a loud clown. All right, so that's what it is. He's been a little bit, not depressed. I've just been a little bit down. And a lot of it's just thinking about my dad and stuff like that. That's really it. Nothing too concrete. I actually went to his, plot not too long ago. I've been to the cemetery. I've been there in a long time, years. And I was up in the PA area not too long ago. And I stopped by, I dropped some flowers off, checked the grave site. Everything was cool. Everything was fine. You know what I mean? So I guess that's what it is. Just the holidays are making me a little bit emotional. On top of the fact that I keep watching Home Alone 1 and 2. I probably watched Home Alone 1 and 2 like 40 times this fucking season. Good God. What is it? Free what's the channel? Free something, man. Free something. They give fucking Home Alone back to back nonstop all day long. And my daughter loves Home Alone. So when there's nothing on TV, we pop on Home Alone to watch Home Alone. So, Freeform, yes, thank you. Freeform, yes. Yeah. So we watch 1 and 2 back to back. It's great. I love it. No, I don't like Die. Die Hard's a good movie. It's not a Christmas movie. Anybody that says Die Hard is a Christmas movie, you guys need to rope yourself. It's not a Christmas movie, okay? It's not a Christmas movie. It's not. It's just like George Michael's and the Last Christmas song. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. That's not a Christmas song. That's a love song, not a Christmas. Just because it says love Christmas doesn't make it a Christmas song. All right, there you go. All right, no, if you think it's a Christmas, it's fine. I don't think it's a Christmas movie. All right, and real quick, and then Frodo, brother, thank you for the $4.99, brother. I appreciate that. What did you have a job? I was retired before I encountered Phil. Before that, I ran my dad's company for a few years. And then before that, I worked in the healthcare industry. I was actually a senior director for pharmacy operations department with one of the big insurance companies. So I got 25 years experience in the healthcare sector. I've worked for pretty much every single big health insurance company out there. I've worked for CMS. One of my biggest accomplishments was implementing the Part D program that came out under the Bush administration, and then also working with the nonsense of the Affordable Care Act, which has been a disaster. But this isn't a political rant. Duty's not talking politics. And that's it. Duty's just now retired, sitting on his ass, doing nothing, talking about a locale named Darkside Phil. And then Cam again, brother, thank you for the $1.99. Don't come to me. Autocorrect is a distract. Yeah, I know, brother. Autocorrect's a bitch, especially when you're on your phone, man. Let's see here. Are you going to address why you look down the picture you posted on Tuesday? No, I didn't take that down. Okay, yeah. I didn't post it, by the way, because I've been busy. The picture I posted, YouTube took it the fuck down. So I'm guessing someone reported it as a privacy thing. Someone reported. I'm guessing one of Phil's losers, or maybe it was Darkside Phil himself. But it got reported and it got fucking taken down. Nah, YouTube's been a bitch lately, man. They've been an asshole with me. But I didn't get a notification. I didn't get a strike or anything. YouTube just took it the fuck down. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to repost it again. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So YouTube took it down. I'm guessing someone fucking reported it. I guess. Just because it had an address on it, I guess they thought it was public information. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I posted Phil's address or whatever. It was just the sender. But I guess since it had an address, people, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What's the point now? Everyone saw it anyway. I put it out there. Everyone saw it. A whole bunch of people saw it. So, fucking shit, man. It was annoying. I don't like when YouTube fucking deletes my shit. Because, of course, people automatically think, oh, duty took. Why would I take anything down? I don't take anything down. I leave shit up. I leave stuff up. I know there were a bunch of people that were upset that I posted it. They thought I was being crazy. And, oh, duty's touching the poo and all. I don't give a shit. People are going to say that anyway. I don't care. Duty doesn't care, so it's all good. AI is dented. I like AI. I don't like YouTube's AI system that they're using to fucking flag shit. It's retarded. That's retarded. But AI, I don't mind the AI. I see all these people get bent out of shape about AI art and music. It's a tool, man. People use it. I don't know. People get all bent out of shape. I think people just get bent out of shape because they just want to complain about something. That's just my personal view on it. I mean, like, if you're an artist, I can understand that because, yeah, you know, you're probably gonna lose your job one day. I get that. But you know what I mean? For people that use it as a tool, I don't have any problem with it. I don't have any problem with it. People that want to make videos and music or whatever, I personally don't give a fuck. Yeah, I think they should disclaim it and say, this is AI generated. I think that they should do that. And again, if you feel like you don't like AI, then okay, whatever, that's fine. Let's see, Ben. YouTube is making the move to kick us all off. I guess. I guess. I don't know why. I mean, you know, they're making bank off of us. Good God. I mean, let's be honest. Most of the people that are here on stream, you probably watch more YouTube than any other like, you know what I mean? Like, you watch YouTube videos more than you watch movies, than you watch TV, and you go out to the movies. You probably watch more YouTube than any other platform. So I don't know. Let's see, Mark. Yesterday during the Power Wash Sim, I didn't even watch that last night. Power Sim said he can't do charity streams because he's roaming cat. Oh yeah. No. If you have a timestamp for that, we can watch that. But let's not forget, last year when he decided to flex, you know, during his DSP politics segment, he actually donated $100 to a food bank. Remember that? And he showed everyone, like, look at me. Look, Ben said, yes, YouTube is like number 2. Yeah, for the most part. I know a lot of people like Spotify. I'm not that big of a fan of Spotify. But I know a lot of people actually watch a lot of people watch this podcast on Spotify, which I don't know. I don't get. All right. Thank you, Loof, brother. What I'll do is I'll pin this message and then we'll watch it right before we head out. Pin the message. Where's it at? Pin the message. All right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. Spotify used to help you find music. Yeah. Miss Duty loves Spotify. She listens to Spotify all day long. So I don't know. Not really my cup of tea. DSP donating equals rounding up the dollar at the cash at McDonald's. You know what? McDonald's does that now. McDonald's says, "Would you like to round up your change for the McDonald's round?" And actually, I do that. I do round up because all right, real quick. I know that a lot of corporations that ask for money for projects and stuff like that, a lot of that shit is scummery. A lot of it is bloated, and they have. Most of the money goes to their employees and all that shit. But the Ronald McDonald House is actually legit. Ronald McDonald is actually legit. I've actually known people that have used the Ronald McDonald services for their family because their kids were sick and all that stuff. It works really good. So if you're looking for a charity to watch, definitely the Ronald McDonald House charity thing is definitely worth it. I've had experience. Well, I've known family members and friends that have experience with it, and they're amazing. So I think it's definitely one of those charities that I think are worth it. I think McDonald's does a good job with dedicating most of that money to their charitable foundation. So St. Jude. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, charity's great, brother. Charity's great. Just make sure you find a good charity that you know that spends most of their money actually serving people. You know what I mean? Like I think a charity that spends at least 85 cents out of every dollar that goes directly to the people they serve, I think that's a good charity. Like that's a good percentage. If for every dollar, if they're using 15 cents per dollar to pay employees and all that stuff, I think that's good. I think that's a good charity. Anything more than that, I think is it's kind of like why is your paycheck, why are you using so much money for employees and all that shit. So just a little tidbit. Anyway, alrighty. Raw Phil 2. Thank you, brother. Let me write that down. Give me a second. Let me write that down. Let's write that down. 2/23/21. All right, we'll definitely watch that. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I have it on my notepad, so it'll be something we'll watch. All right, so let's get into it. Real quick, I just wanted to give everyone a quick update. So first of all, I want to thank all you guys. I think I've said it plenty of times. You guys have come out in droves this year to support Duty.
I need that money.
I love you guys. I really do. I really do. Unlike Phil,
So
I
this
really
is
like
what
you
that I
guys.
think everyone will love. Also, hope everyone is well. God bless.
Thank you,
Heart
brother.
Emoji, folded hands emoji.
Mr. Lowcal, brother, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We'll watch it since we have it here. I'll go back to it. Just remind me to go back to it. One quick second, folks. All right, so you know what? While I'm typing this up, I can actually say so. I wanted to thank everybody. I know I say this all the time, but you guys have been amazing. You guys have come out in droves, watched the content, support it, been engaged, spread the message of Duty streams. Duty appreciates and loves it. And this year's been a banner year, man. This year's been a banner year for Duty streams. The content has grown. My reach is just insane. It's all amazing, and I just want to thank you guys first of all. Secondly, I want to thank you guys. Also, I want to thank our benefactor DSP. Shout out to DSP. You know what? DSP is going to give a round of applause here. Yes, DSP is going to give a round of applause. All right, a small round of applause. Shout out DSP for your support. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being a benefactor of the Duty Streams content. I do appreciate it. And just want to let you guys know that Mrs. Duty did get her car. That's right. Shout out. Duty, he put it in. He plumped down the cash, wrote the check out. It was a difficult check to write because it's hard to spend that kind of money, but I got a good deal. The missus, me, we got a good deal. My wife loved the car. It was everything she wanted. And there you go. So Duty's good. Duty doesn't have to worry about Christmas. I don't have to worry about Christmas or her birthday. So I'm good to go. So she's good. She's happy. She's very excited. I got a BMW X5 for her. So I got her the X5. It's used. It's not new. Fuck that. A new one would have ran me like $80K. No way. It's used. It's still under warranty. I think it had 14,000 miles or something like that. So it's really nice. Like beautiful interior. It's that midnight, the midnight blue, the traditional midnight blue BMW. Has all the bells and whistles. Interior is a nice color interior. It's different. I've never seen a gray interior for BMW. It's always either like black or orange or whatever. Really nice. She loves it. It's good. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's a nice car. So, and we got a good amount. We got a nice, new cars are expensive. I got a great deal. And I did get a good amount of money for my trade back. So the guy gave me a nice, he gave me close to book value on the car, my wife's car. So I didn't have to deal with that. And they paid for all the transfer, all that shit. I didn't have to do anything of that. So it's nice. So I just want to thank you guys. Also thank DSP for funding the automobile. We pick it up Saturday, so they're gonna detail it and all that stuff. They're gonna change the oil, detail it. So we'll have it on Sunday. So my wife's very happy. She's very excited. Hopefully Duty will I'm hoping that'll put a huge what's the word in my bank account as it relates to my spouse. So hopefully she remembers whenever the next time I fuck up or whatever, she gives Duty a little bit of grace, and she's like, all right, well, at least he bought me a car, so I can't be too mad at him. So yes, Phil would appreciate that. I'm not a big fan of BMWs. I just think they're too pricey, and they always they seem to break down a lot, and they're very expensive, but that's what she wanted. So Duty got her the car. So there you go. Anyway, I wanted to thank you. It'll be here Saturday. I might take a picture and post it. We'll see. So everyone thank DSP. Everyone thank DSP for being generous, for producing amazing content, for being the locale. Hubby credits. Yes, that's a good one, Luke. Yes, this should buy me a lot of hubby credits. This should buy me a lot of hubby credits. So I should be good. So when I want to spend time, I don't know, watch a photo. Yeah, well, Duty's been getting lucky recently. So Duty's, by the way, yo, folks, my wife knows that I've been a little bit down. You know, my wife knows that I've been a little bit down thinking about my dad and stuff like that, because she notices it, and she talked to me about it. And I just told her, I was like, yeah, you know, I just kind of miss my dad. Dude, chicks love that, man. Chicks love it. You get lucky a good amount of times. So there you go. So if you have someone close to you that passed, make sure you seem dour and a little sad, and let your significant other know. And you get a little lucky. You do. Just some advice. Just some advice for you guys. There you go. And women or whatever. Well, you know, women don't need to worry about it, but men, there you go. All right, yeah, you got it. It does. They like it. They seem like you're emotionally available. I don't know. It's a motherly instinct in them, I guess. I don't know. They don't want you to be sad or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, there you go. All right, folks. No, I mean, I got a BMW, not a Lamborghini. So, Duty's not that lucky. All right. But you get too personal. You get too personal there, brother. All right. So the first thing I want to do, of course, is I want to watch the video of Phil complaining about Phil letting everyone know that his internet is down. So if you don't know what happened here, folks, our boy Phil is apparently, his area is in a disaster area. It's just a disaster area recently. And again, prayers go out to anyone affected with everything going on. We're not making light of them. You know, we're not making fun of them. But we are making fun of DSP, man, just for being a terrible person. And you would think, yes, it's the kid's voice. Yes, this is H-Bomb. Shout out H-Bomb. So we're going to watch a video here from H-Bomb. Shout out H-Bomb. He does have a YouTube channel as well. So if you're looking for some content, again, H-Bomb. And he hangs out here every once in a while. Shout out to H-Bomb. So H-Bomb, he does an amazing filter on Phil. It's a little kid's filter. With he usually puts glasses and all that shit on Phil. It's great. It's amazing. So
Map and said
this is DSP yesterday letting everyone know that his internet was down and out, right? And you know, instead of just making a video, maybe talking about you know what's going on, the disaster, maybe offering a prayer, maybe how about this, Phil? How about telling people, you know, if you can donate something to a charity like the Red Cross, that would be amazing. That would be great. It would be really helpful, you know. Or if you can't, how about throw up a prayer up there, you know? Pray to God, Jesus, Buddha, whoever the fuck you worship. And say, you know, I hope everyone's okay. Hopefully they can, you know, hopefully they're not suffering. You know what I mean? Like you could say that. You know what I mean? But not DSP. DSP wants to tell us about the trials and tribulations of being Dark Side Phil. And it's insane. Like when I watched this, I was just like, well, I already knew what Phil was going to say. But when I watched this, I was just like, oh my God. It's not that bad. Well, Sea Monkey, be very careful. I know you're in that area, so be very careful. I know that the lowland areas apparently got hit really bad. And a couple of the levees breached. And I know that they're throwing sandbags and all that shit on it. So hopefully you guys will be okay, man. Water's not to be played with, man. Torrential rains and flooding is something you just don't want to fuck with, man. It causes so much damage, and it can easily just sweep you away, and it's not a great feeling. Not a good feeling. Tree fell on my house. Oh, Jakey, man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother, man. Hope you're okay. Hope you and your family are okay, man. Hope you guys are okay. Man. It's tough, man. It's the winter too, so that's another thing, man. In the United States, man, wintertime is a bitch. You got to deal with fucking storms, and it's not a fun time, man. So prayer hands for anyone dealing with any fucking crisis, man. I hope everyone's okay. Sea Monkey, yeah, it's getting bad. By the way, if you don't know, Sea Monkey actually lives in that area. He's mentioned that and so on. We've actually tried to recruit him to do some DSP missions, but I'm glad you're okay, brother. It's snowing in the mountain. All right, brother, good, man. Just be safe, okay? You and your family be safe. All right, so this is DSP yesterday informing the internet that apparently Comcast is being a detractor. Yes, you know, it doesn't matter that you know there's boats all over the place. There's people drowning. There's cars flooded. There's down power lines. People losing their homes and their livelihood. You know, people can't work to earn money. But DSP wants to tell you how terrible his life is. So let's watch this. He's internetless. That's right.
Hey everyone, Phil here with an update, but sadly it's not a good one. So it's Wednesday, the 17th of December 2025, and I was supposed to have a full streaming day here today on DSP Gaming. My power went out overnight. We had a bad storm. It went out for about 2 hours. When the power came back on, the internet was out, and my ISP is Comcast. Well, for the past 3 hours, I've been trying to get updates from Comcast on when the internet will be back, and they're not giving any. You go to the service outage map, and either it says we're working on it, or it actually crashes because so many people don't have internet that they keep trying to refresh it, and the whole site goes down. I tried to sign up for text message updates, and their service crashes and says does not work. Try again later. So I can't get any answers. The last time that Comcast internet went out like this was earlier in the year, and it took them until around roughly 7 to 8 p.m. to get it back up and running. So I would assume it's probably going to be about the same this time. Now, I could be wrong, but at the same time, I can't just sit around and do nothing all day. I really don't have anything to do. In fact, it's funny, all these updates...
By the way, I'm letting this play, okay? I'm not saying anything because I don't want to... I'm interrupting, I know now, but I want to let everyone get the full effect of this, right? Without any commentary, nothing. So that's all I wanted to say, because I know people say, why are you so quiet? You muted, whatever. No. I'm just letting this sink in. Listen to the words that are coming out of his mouth.
Have anything to do. In fact, it's funny. All these updates that I've done to my set and studio over the last couple of weeks, I've pretty much nailed down everything that I wanted to do. I rewired the whole set. Like, there's really nothing else to update here. So because of that, I don't really have anything to do to sit around with no internet. In fact, just to show you, some of my stuff, like my frame, doesn't even work right now because it connects to my network and needs to have like a proper connection, and it won't even work right now. So, I'm kind of stuck with nothing to do. I stopped to talk to my wife, hey, what should we do? So maybe I can tweak my mic for a little bit, but for the most part, I think I'm just going to end up probably having a day off and going out and trying to do stuff around here, which, again, might be hit or miss because we had flooding and storms all week. There may be businesses closed. There may be roads shut down. I don't know. But I guess anything's better than just sitting around the house with no internet and nothing to do. So, sadly, that means all of today's streams are off. You know, I was going to do a podcast outlining my whole new setup, giving you a studio tour. I was going to talk about the new Fallout TV show, which I saw episode 1, which was great, and I wanted to give my commentary on that. We were going to do more Pokemon. We were going to do Power Wash Simulator 2 tonight. Can't do any of that until the internet's back. Alright, so I'll try to stay on top of it and let you know if and when the internet comes back. I don't know how I'm even going to know because I couldn't sign up for the text message updates. I guess I could just try to keep checking the service map all day and see if it updates, but for the most part, I'm kind of on my own and I'll probably be out for most of the day. Everyone, fingers crossed that Comcast gets on the ball here, gets the internet back up. I'd like to stream a late stream tonight, but likely it's not going to happen. Matthew, I'll see you all tomorrow, okay? I'll keep you updated when I can. Everyone, sorry about that, and I'll see you soon, hopefully.
Oh my God. Where to start? Where to start with this? Where do I start? Where do I start? I need help understanding why does this man do this? Again, this is the only person in the world, brother. This is the only person in the world that does this. It's the only person that decides that no matter what happens, I need to get online and tell everyone what's going on in my life minute to minute. Jesus Christ, brother. Like, he thinks he's like the president. Is it me? Does he think he's the president? Where, you know, millions of people are depending on him? Are you... Phil... Oh, I'm sorry, it's a me, him. I guess, yeah, YouTube's being a detractor, man. I'm sorry, brother. Just subscribe. You subscribe, you'll be good to go. And hit that bell. Like, it's insane. Like, you could see it in his eyes. He's visibly shaken over this, right? And it's not the first time that he's lost his internet. I mean, it happens. It just shit happens. Like, there's always going to be internet problems. If it's not the internet, it's OBS. If it's not OBS, it's something. It's YouTube, right? And again, this just videos like this, just for me, I enjoy them not because I enjoy them because they're funny. The other thing I enjoy them is because this actually proves, without a shadow of a doubt, several things. Right? To me, what this does is it proves that Cat's not there. Cat's gone. I'm sorry. You're telling me, Phil. You're telling me, Phil, that you and your wife, you have no kids, right? 0 kids, 0 responsibility, nothing really going on with your life. You're telling me that you and your wife can't figure out something to do in your house? You're telling me a grown man who has a fucking house that's cluttered, that's dirty. He's pussyless. Yes, he is. Are you telling me that, Phil, that you expect us to believe that? And you really expect us to believe that your wife is still there? Phil, come on, man. You have nothing to do? Are you telling us you have nothing to do? The man who perpetually goes online and tells us that he's so busy, that he can't, it's the common phrase that you hear coming out of Phil's mouth. I swear to God, if I go to Pig Go, there's probably like 8,000 entries is, I wish I could spend more time with my wife. So today was the perfect time. The internet was down. You said you had nothing to do, right? You said it yourself. You said that pretty much your layout is done. Your settings are all done. There's really nothing for you to do. How about you sit down with your wife, man? Maybe fire up something. Whatever. If you want to watch TV together, whatever. Just spend time with them. Connect with them.
I really do. I need that money to pay my
Connect
bills.
with your wife, Phil.
Wings is the one who overshares too much info.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, Wings is the one that shares too much information. That's right. Coffee, brother. Thank you for the $1.99. You spitting facts right there. But again, he wants everyone to believe that his detractors and trolls are the perpetual people online, that they have no lives, that they don't know what to do. Like, all they do is focus on Phil, right? As far as I know, pretty much all the detractors were chilling yesterday. I didn't post anything. I hung out with my wife. I went and bought a car. My kids, we had lunch. We had a great time. We had a good time. We were chilling, and it was all good. It was fun and good, and I was like, all right, well, DSP's going to be down. All right, fuck it, whatever. When he comes back, he'll come back, and we'll start trolling him again when it happens. I know you guys were working, spending time with your families, getting ready for Christmas shopping, right? Yeah, did he have an expensive day, man? It was fucking expensive, man. Dropping... you guys know. Just if you want, you can look up 2025 BMW X6 and X5, and you'll see how expensive it was a day for duty. But fine, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's for Soulmate. So Soulmate's happy, I'm happy, right? Tornado of Soul said people died in this flood. Yeah, people did die. That's why I'm being very careful. By the way, I know some people might say, dude, you're making fun. I'm not making fun of the flood, whatever, man. Trust me, I am not. I live in fucking Florida, where there's a fucking crisis every fucking week. You know what I mean? Where any day now the fucking state can go in the water. You know what I mean? Like can be a Lances. So trust me, I get it. I get the sensitivity, and I understand. I sympathize. You know what I mean? But when I lose my internet or power because of whatever, a hurricane or some shit, I don't go online and start bitching and complaining and telling people that, oh, the fucking world is unfair. Tornado said people died in the flood, and he's acting like he's because his house wasn't flooded. That's why. Because he was lucky enough to be one of those that didn't get flooding, right? You should be happy and grateful, brother. You know what I mean? But again, you should show some sympathy to your fellow men. You know that some levees were breached. You know that people are flooding. I'm sure you have the TV where you can watch news. You have your phone where you can fire it up and see the disaster that's occurring around your fucking... Yeah, exactly. Home Welcomer in Kick said it perfectly. He saw a mild inconvenience and decided to crash out. Exactly. Fucking exactly, man. This guy's... It's just insane, man. It's just fucking insane. Anyway. All right, so... he wants people to believe that they're losers and perpetually online. All right, Phil, whatever you say, brother. Sure. I didn't post a video yesterday saying DSP's internet was down, which I normally would. I would do that. But I didn't post a video announcing it, you know what I mean, for content. No, I was busy with my life and I just did shit, you know what I mean? And look, I'm man enough to say, yes, I do spend a lot of my free time online. I do say that. That's fine. Yeah, that is a perfect thing to say. I'll own that. You know what I mean? But if you want to compare how much time I spend on the internet versus how much time Phil spends on the internet, the comparison isn't even fucking close, man. It's just nowhere close. This man's perpetually online doing God knows what. You know what I mean? And again, it's because he has no real connection. He has no friends. He has no hobbies. He has nothing. He doesn't read. He's not a, the thing with Phil is he's not a very, what's the word? He's not very, oh man, there's a word for it. Like, he's not very, oh man, what's the fucking word for it? See, dude, he's having problems with words. There's a word for it. Someone who has, he doesn't have a curious mind. There you go. He doesn't have a curious mind about things. Like, he doesn't want to learn anything. You know what I mean? Like, you would think, all right, look, Phil, your internet is fucking down, right? You still got your phone. You can fire up YouTube on your phone and learn. Like, why don't you pull up a few videos to show you how to fucking edit content, or do what proper setup or whatever, or be a good content creator, right? Like, inquisitive. Thank you. Yes, inquisitive is the right word. Thank you. Hand cart side Phil. He's not inquisitive. He just doesn't care, and he doesn't care to learn anything. You know what I mean? He'd rather wait for his stream to pop on and have his dents show him how to do things versus learning how to do it. Like, dude, you would have thought that he would maybe spend the time to figure out what the fuck's wrong with his motherboard, because his motherboard's always fucking crashing and it's disconnecting, or your Wi-Fi antenna or something, or whatever the fuck it is that you always bitch and complain about that causes you to be late. You know, you figure he would do something. No, he didn't do any of that. He literally sat here and said, oh shit, I can't beg. I can't fire up my stream and beg today. Comcast is saying that it's not going to be up till December, and that's why he was panicked. Really, he was panicked because they said December 24th. And can you imagine this motherfucker with no internet for a week?
Even aware that if he saved that Asman money, he would have been all right with the time
yes,
off, or he had to spend it because business.
Yeah, Kaylor, that's a perfect example. I almost forgot about that. Like, whatever, the 5K that he made off of Asmongold, again, Phil, this is why people get on you about you not saving money. Like, dude, this is insane, man. That 5K, you could have just been like, all right, whatever. So, all right, I'm going to be a few days without my internet. I'm good to go. I have some savings. No, that shit is all gone. He spent all that money. He has zero money in his savings account. And he was bitching the other day that he barely got anything for, that his kick check is going to be non-existing this week. You know, let's not forget, he replaced tips. He replaced tips with his kick check once a week. So he was complaining that no one gave him subs this week and his check was going to be minimal. That's why he's fucking panicked. He's panicked because he knows he's not going to have any additional income coming in. That's why, by the way, did he turn on his stream yesterday? Because I was watching Raw Phil and I did see his chat going on. So being the fact that he scheduled the stream, he was hoping that people would come in and donate there. Oh, guys, my internet is down. I'm not going to be able to stream and beg for money. Can you give me a super chat? Like, literally, that's what he was hoping for. And that's why he had it fired up and ready to go.
That money, I really do. I need that money.
Yeah, Jesus, man. Fuck, thank you for the 5, brother.
And people die. Phil gets mad about delayed deliveries and utilities outages.
Oh my God! Yes, that's right. And do we have? I think we have a video of him complaining about the DoorDash. So he was pissed off, of course, that the DoorDash wasn't going to get delivered, and that he was concerned that his package wasn't going to get delivered. Right? Insane, fucking sane. And like, he doesn't have any self-awareness to say, maybe I shouldn't say this type of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Phil, there's certain, like, all right, I'm not gonna lie. When my internet goes down because of fucking natural disaster or something like that, yeah, I'm a little annoyed and pissed off. I'm upset. But I'm not gonna go online and complain about it. You know what I mean? Because I know that it could be worse. I could be homeless. There's people dying. You know, my internet being down for a few days isn't, the most pressing issue. It's not the most pressing issue. It just isn't. But, you know, this guy, you know, when his internet, and again, Phil, again, I feel like I repeat myself like once a week. Why do you have two internet lines with Comcast? Why do you have a business line and a personal line with Comcast? If Comcast is going to be down, both your business and your personal lines are going to be down, Phil. Why don't you diversify your fucking internet provider? Why don't you have Comcast for one and maybe Starlink as the second, or Verizon, or T-Mobile, or whatever, brother? Really, brother? Why, brother? I don't get it. It just, the mindset of this guy is just the insanity that comes out of his head. So he's literally paying for, the man is literally paying for two internet lines with the same IP, with the same IP. It's just insane, man. It's insane. The insanity of this man. What's up, Dreamber? How you doing? Good morning, Duty Streams, Mod, and chat family. Hope everyone is having great. We are, brother. And by the way, Dreamber, X is up and running. I mean, not X, Kick. I have Kick up and running. I'm hoping that it's cool. By the way, Kick, folks, I don't mean to ignore you guys, but is Kick okay? Give me a 1 in the chat if Kick is working perfectly fine. Again, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Do you think he's going to do a giveaway? No, of course not. You know what he's going to say? I already tell you what he's going to say. Someone's going to ask him on his stream, and they're going to say, hey, Phil, are you going to do the giveaway for the second one? He's going to say, no, I contacted the gaming company and told them I don't need it anymore. So they're not going to send it. You know he didn't fucking do that. That's bullshit. Duty getting nice recruitment ad again. Oh, that's right. ICE, that's right. Trump, the wall, the border wall, illegal immigration. That's right. I'm trying to get all that ad revenue going. All right. So that was Phil essentially exposing the fact that Fat Cat is gone. Divorce coin. If you have divorce coin, make sure to keep it. Divorce coin right there. It also complains, yes, waiting on the Duty giveaway. I don't think I'm going to be doing a giveaway today. I actually have I still have giveaways. I finally mailed them out. So I had 3 giveaways that I had to mail out. So I apologize to anyone that won. I've been a little busy this week, so my apologies, but I did ship them out. You should have them. So I'll do a giveaway. I'll do a giveaway Friday. Friday, I'll do a giveaway. Oh, you know what? I do owe you guys a Steam one. So I'll do a Steam gift card giveaway tomorrow. I'll do Steam and I'll do something else. Okay. So there you go. L-shaped. Yeah. And I'm going to do something nice for Christmas, by the way. So the Christmas, I'll do a nice Christmas. Okay. So let me announce it now. So next Wednesday, next Tuesday, I'm going to do kind of a Christmas celebration stream, and I'm going to be doing giveaways. I'm going to give out, I'm thinking about maybe giving out like $100 gift card or cash, whatever. We'll give away some giveaway. We'll do a nice giveaway. Okay. And then we're probably going to look at a couple of DSP's, Christmas past, some of DSP's Christmas past, videos. So we'll definitely do that. It'll be fun. Duty will take care of you guys. Yes, Duty will take care of you guys. I'll be doing giveaways, and it just won't be one. I'll give away a bunch of stuff, so don't worry. Duty has his viewers. It's okay. It'll be a nice Christmas celebration. Pre-dawn corpse, brother. Thank you for the kick, man. I appreciate that. All right. So that's Phil in a nutshell, complaining about the internet, right? So apparently the internet came back on. It did come back on. Rare Tricks, brother. Thank you for the kicks, brother. The 100 kicks, man. I appreciate that very much. Let's pull up Phil real quick. So I want to pull up Phil. Let's pull up Phil's watching call, because someone just said that he. Someone just said that he said that his Wait a minute. Someone just posted and said that his internet is back down. All right, hold on a second. Let's see. They call me DSP. Why isn't this thing coming up? They call me DSP. They call me DSP. I know that asshole has me blocked. Did he change his name? He didn't change his name, did he? What the fuck? Hold on a second. They call... Oh, they call... Sorry, I spelled it wrong. They call me DSP. All right, let's see here. They call me DSP. All right, let's see what he had to say. All right, the king is jolly and full of holiday. Okay, all right. By the way, you notice I don't have DSP banned, but he still has me banned. Okay, legit trash. Duty streams, you were forgetting the me. The me? Me. Dented duty. Why are you calling me dented duty, Emtis? I didn't do anything to you, brother. Be nice. All right, let's see here. All right, he said his internet is back. Who said that his internet was down? I don't see anything here. Let's see here. No. I think someone was lying, brother. No. He's good. As far as I know, he's still good. Let's see here. DSP. Let's see. DSP Gaming. Post? No, it looks like he's still here. It looks like he's still here. All right, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Someone trolled me. That's right. Whoever trolled me is going to get banned. All right, so he'll be back on today. Whatever. So he was on last night. So let's watch Raw Phil. Let's watch Raw Phil. I want to watch Raw Phil. I want to see what Phil's, I want to see if he says, welcome home. So, of course, welcome home. He was on last night. Raw Phil. Let's go to Raw Phil. Shout out Raw Phil, the homie. The man, the myth, the legend. So apparently, I think he was the only one that was clipping him yesterday. So live. I mean, not too many people were talking because most people moved on with their lives and they did something else. So let's watch some Raw Phil. That's the Pokemon one. Where's last night's stream, brother? Here it is. Power Wash Simulator. So apparently DSP decided that, instead of his internet came back up. So instead of actually trying to spend time with his actual wife, he decided, fuck that, because of course he really doesn't have any wife. He literally probably sat in that chair all day long until the internet came back up. That's probably what he did. He probably just sat there, fired up WWE Champions, and played WWE Champions all day until his internet came back up. And when the Comcast internet came back on, he fired that shit up quicker than anything. He was like, oh, fuck this. All right, we're going to play. We're going to play Power Wash Simulator. That's right. Instead of spending time with Soulmate.
Okay, what is up, everyone? I'm here. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream.
Now, he's giving off this fucking energy like he was outside, filling up sandbags to stop the flooding. You know what I mean? He was out there all day rescuing people when he literally sat in that same chair and didn't fucking move. He didn't move from that chair unless he had to go get a fucking snack pizza or go take a shit in the sink or get his gin or whatever the fuck he's doing. That's all he did. That's all he did the whole fucking day. And he probably kept hitting refresh. He probably had the Comcast outage map. And literally every minute he was hitting refresh.
I know it's a weird one. For those watching
What's up,
on
Onion? How you doing,
if you have
brother?
no idea what I'm talking about, I missed out on a stream today because my internet was
home record.
We're going to talk all about it. We're actually...
By the way, I hate the Power Wash. I hate the Power Wash Simulator fucking streams more than I hate the Pokemon ones. Like, they're just terrible, man. Wait, dude, he takes a shit in the... Yes, he does. He's a sink shitter. That was the meme, by the way. We used to joke that Phil would have to take a shit in the sink because his toilets were broken. So, apparently he claims he fixed his toilet this year. So, if he fixes toilets this year, then I guess he's shitting in the toilet again. Yes, he's a sink shitter.
Actually going to have this little kind of mini video here before I actually start with my gameplay tonight to just show with the audience to get you guys all caught up on what's going on.
Caught up.
And, so that way cumulatively everyone knows what's happening here.
Yes, we must all know what's happening.
Today is Wednesday, the 17th of December, 2025. It's around 6:55 p.m. Pacific time. Usually, I start my late stream around 7-ish, and I'll hang out with the viewers for like a half an hour, 45 minutes, and then we start with gameplay. But usually I have 2 streams. And today I did not have my first stream because I didn't have internet. So, let's chat a little bit about that. How's everyone this evening? What do we got here? Let's see. Over on the YouTube side, we got Critique. We got Apollo.
Homewrecker actually said some... No, not Homewrecker. The Real King 17 says, imagine having a room lit up like that while people are without power. Exactly. Like, probably half of the goddamn fucking, city is powerless. Trying to figure out how they're going to keep their refrigerator, their food cold, because they don't have power. But then you have DSP in the fucking white panel van here with the free candy sign just lit up, just like calling for the kids to come out.
War in Peace. King Michael, what's up? Jordy's Cave, Apollo,
no one cares.
It's going to be a special one.
Speed this shit up, man.
Because I was actually going to take you guys on a walkthrough of the brand new studio. I actually had taken like pictures.
Okay, all right. This was another thing too. Like, all right, doesn't Phil always talk about? So when people tell Phil, dude, I can't watch your videos. They're too fucking long. They're unedited. That raw bullshit of an hour and a half shit. No one has time to watch that, right? I mean, that's a complaint that I've had, that I've told DSP for the longest. I said, dude, man, no one's gonna give you an hour and a half to watch your fucking videos, right? Like, that's just stupid. Why don't you take that hour and a half of footage, clip it, and do like a 15-minute clip of your content? It's more digestible. People would like it, right? And he says, well, no, because I don't have time to do that, right? I don't have time to do that. I don't have the software. Well, we know he has DaVinci software now, and the free version, which is fine because that can do what he needs, right? So why didn't you bother spending the time yesterday, one, either learning DaVinci yourself or pumping out some videos? Like, you could have done that Fallout 2 review. You could have did a nice little video where you could have spliced in, you know, images of the Fallout show. You could have gave a recap. You could have gave a recap of the first season, whatever, you know what I mean? And then do your little recap at the end. It would have been something cool. It would have been different. You could have did a 15 or 20-minute video. And you know what? People would have been like, oh, well, he's putting in the effort. Even though it probably would have been shitty and boring. He put in the effort, you know, and people would have given him some credit for that. Did he do that? No. He literally sat in that chair the whole day and hit refresh. He hit refresh the whole day waiting for his internet to come up. That's what he decided to do with his time. But yet he wants you to believe that he's busy. He doesn't have time to do anything. He wish he could spend more time with his wife. Right. Sure, Phil. Sure. You wish you can, you know, you wish you had time to create, you know, edited content. Right. And you did nothing. You did nothing the whole day. You know, and you don't need OBS for the internet. You could just fire up OBS, you know, record a video. That's all local. And then if you wanted to load it up, you could have put the video on your phone and then uploaded it via your phone. That's what you could have done. Simple. Or just hold off until the internet comes up and then load up the video. And then you would have had a segment for your podcast where you could have told people, hey, I created this video. It's edited. It's a nice little, you know, 20-minute, you know. And no, he didn't do that because he was a busy guy. He was busy playing WWE Champions and hitting refresh on the Comcast outage map.
Pictures in different directions, and I was going to guide you through them on the podcast to show you, here's this piece of equipment. Here's what it looks like when I'm sitting here doing this. So you could actually see, you know, the whole new setup and all the improvements that I have done recently. And then after that, we were going to talk about the Fallout TV show, which premiered.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, today he's probably going to fire up the stream. He's going to be on like 20 minutes early because he has to make sure he begs and gets that money back for his first streams. That first stream he missed, he needs to make sure that he hits double the goal today. So, you know, he'll be on nice and early. The podcast will run late today.
Premiered season 2 last night, and I saw the first episode, and I had a good amount to say about it. I figured you guys would be.
He's shown the setup I don't know how many times. I can draw a map in my mind of what his setup looks like right now. Like, Phil, you've shown everyone what it looks like. And then the thing is, he's not even going to do a walkthrough. You know what he did? He took pictures. So he's just going to show pictures of his setup. What's the point? What's the fucking point? And again, because he's so paranoid that he might show something on stream that the detractors will find and, you know, the detractors will find and use it against him. This fucking guy. Let's see. Virgil says, see more insensitivity. It's really hard to pass refresh duty. His thumb may have gotten a cramp. Do not. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Duty's not being considerate to Phil's plight. My apologies.
Be excited to talk about Fallout with me. And then we were going to have a chill Pokemon stream continuing on with the Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimensions DLC, which has been a crowd pleaser for those who like Pokemon. They've really enjoyed those streams. But sadly, none of that came to be, as you guys know.
Yeah, I know.
Because my internet was out. So allow me to explain. My hair is bothering me right now.
And I only give this advice not because I know Phil, you know, not because I think I want Phil to take it, because he's not going to take any advice whatsoever. But, you know, I know Phil's gripe with detractors always is all they do is pick on what I do. If I say yes, they're going to say, no, I'm wrong. It should have been no. If I select A, they're all going to say it should have been B. Like, that's Phil's complaint, right? And of course, he talks about how, you know, detractors, all they do is just complain and bitch and don't offer up any valid criticism, right? So when I'm talking to Phil and you guys and I'm telling him shit that he could have done, to me, it's constructive criticism. Like, Phil, you could have made a couple videos yesterday. You could have made your Fallout review. You could have done a walkthrough. like a real walkthrough of your setup. You know what I mean? And you could have edited it and made it look really nice and added some music to it. You know, you could have done that, but you decided not to. What you decided to do was to fire up your fucking phone, you know, fire up your phone and whine and bitch and complain to tell people, you know, with the small violin, to tell everyone about your first world problems. That's what you decided to do. You know, and you make yourself look like a fucking fool. You do.
I'm going to stop touching it because it's just going to get worse. So here's what's been going on this week here in Washington State. Rain, flooding, severe winds, closed roads, and a whole bunch of chaos. Okay, now typically this time of year in Washington State, we do actually...
And Darkside Phil lost his internet. Make sure to include that, Phil, because that's part of the tragedy of all this. People died, people drowned, people lost their houses, people, you know, the chaos, and Darkside Phil lost his internet for one day.
Actually get a whole lot of rain and wind. But I guess this year we're getting more than usual. I couldn't really speak to it. It doesn't seem any more than usual to me. But with the way that it seems to be affecting things around here, you have to think maybe this is the case. I'm not sure. So last night, I go to sleep and we were already forewarned. Severe weather, strong wind advisory, things could go on overnight. Didn't know what. As my wife and I were heading to bed, a big downpour of rain began. Luckily, it only lasted about maybe 30 minutes and then it stopped. So we're like, okay, maybe it won't be a big deal. We go to sleep, and as we wake up in the morning, we realize the power must have been off because certain lights in the house are now on that weren't on before. Certain devices are off. A couple of clocks are blinking. In fact, right now, my clock is wrong. Hold on one second. My clock on the other side of the room is wrong. So it's 6:58 right now. Let me set it right now.
You know, it's like fucking squirrel. You know, this guy, man, he's just so autistic. All right, let's go.
Usually, my ISP is good about giving an estimate. They'll send us like, oh, hey, you know, it'll be 3 hours. It'll be 5 hours. It'll be by the end of today. We don't know when it'll be. In this case, the official update said your internet the estimate of your internet being up December 24th at 3:18 a.m. And I looked at it, I was like, I really don't think that that's correct. I feel like that's just their estimate that's automated. Like maybe it's a week that is the default and someone was supposed to edit that and then send out the real estimate and they didn't.
They probably based it on projections by the city and the state. The city and the state probably did an assessment and said, okay, it's going to take this many days to get the flooding under control, to get the power lines under control. We're expecting more rain to come this weekend, so there's going to be more issues and more problems. So Comcast, you know, decided, you know, just like you said, Phil, they didn't want to overpromise and underdeliver, right? So they said, well, based on all of these projections, we may not be able to get your internet back up until December 24th, right? Which makes sense. You're talking about, and again, I want people to understand they were down power lines. Power lines were down, right? There was flooding. You know that there were areas of the township, of the city or whatever, where there were power lines, you know, in the water, right? Where you can't see them. And then if someone walks by thinking that it's not a deep puddle and they walk through it, they're going to get electrocuted and probably die, right? So there's all of these factors that the city and the states need to account for, you know what I mean? So they probably put out a blanket statement that just said, if you are a non-essential employee, stay the fuck home. Which means unless you're a doctor, a nurse, you know, you work for a medical facility, you're a police officer, you work in sanitation, these critical things, stay the fuck home. Don't go outside, because if you get caught in a flood and, you know what I mean, and you call us, we may not be able to get to you, motherfucker. So don't make more work for us. Stay the fuck home. Stay home, brother. Jeez. So, of course, Comcast probably said, all right, well, you know what? We can't go out and fix these power lines until the roads are clear, until the flooding's under control. Once that gets done, then we can go out and fix our cable lines, right? That's probably more than likely what happened. And that's why they said, all right, we're not going to be able to get this done until December 24th. And, of course, this put this man into a fucking panic because, of course, he has zero family. He has nothing to do. He's perpetually online. His wife is gone. He has no friends. He has nothing. All he has is his 100 dents that he streams to every day and begs for money. And on top of it, you know that bank account fucking says zero. There's literally nothing in that bank account. It says fucking zero. And the YouTube and the kick check. The kick check is probably going to be almost nothing as well. Because I think in total, he may have gotten like 5 subs this week. So he's in a panic. He's panicked!
So I was trying to get an idea of how bad the problem was, and basically they have an outage map, and I kept trying to load the outage map, and at first it was loading, and it said like 1,000 customers, then it said like 2,000 customers, then it said like 5,000 customers affected, and then the outage map stopped loading. It just wouldn't refresh anymore and said this page is unavailable. So I guess so many people were getting
maybe Comcast lost your internet.
affected by it. They actually crashed the site.
What's up,
In fact,
Shit?
I
How
tried
you
to
doing,
sign up
brother?
for text message updates. I said, please text me with updates. The service crashed and said, not available now. Try again later today. Okay, so I went about my normal day. I took a shower. I had my breakfast. And it was about time when I would get on stream, and the internet wasn't back. And I said, you know, this happened earlier in the year. Incredibly similar circumstance. And I said, well, during that time frame, how long did it take? Well, it actually took until about 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific time for the internet to come back. So I was just guesstimating. It'll probably be about the same unless there's really something horrendous that happened. I don't think it's going to take until Christmas Eve for my internet to come back. So I said to my wife, listen, I really don't think we should sit around because at a minimum, we're probably going to have 8 hours of no internet. What are we going to do? Just to be transparent here, she actually just cleaned the house yesterday. She actually deep cleaned our carpets.
Sure.
And cleaned all the linens in the bedroom. So all the work that maybe she could have done, she already did.
First of all, Phil, okay, let's all right, let's accept your delusion. All right, Phil, let's accept your delusion. We know she didn't clean your fucking room because she's not allowed in that room. Also, she probably couldn't even get through the fucking door because your L-shaped fucking desk is pressing up upon your fucking door. So you know her big ass couldn't fit in there, okay? So she didn't clean your fucking room, okay? You know she didn't clean the fucking garage because the garage is your dumping ground. That's where you put your cat litter shit and your trash. These are your words, Phil, not mine, right? So we know she didn't clean the entire fucking house. So there was shit for you. I'm pretty sure, Phil, that there's shit that you can always do. There's always that fucking chore list that you can do. And again, folks, I'm just playing into Phil's delusion here that he's happy and married. You know, I'm just playing into that delusion, all right? So he wants us to believe now that his obese wife she did all the work. She cleaned everything.
I need that money. I really do.
Fucking
I need that money.
Ames, thank you for the 2, brother.
All the work she could have done. Is she a SL4V?
Oh, maybe, yeah, right, Phil? Is she that? Is that what you think of your wife? The only thing she can do is cook and clean? How progressive of you, Phil. Good, man. We should report him to the women's league for being a chauvinistic pig. He's a chauvinist. That's right. And then Home Record did a highlight message over here on Kick. He said, Phil's shtick is to blow everything way out of proportion for pity donuts. Yeah, that's a very great example. Yes. Again, first world problems, brother. First world problems. He wants you to think, you know, oh my God, this is a tragedy. No, Phil, you lost your internet for not even a fucking day. He lost his internet for like 12 hours. Good fucking God, man. And again, Phil, if you're that concerned, man, why don't you, if you're concerned about the power being down, get yourself a fucking generator. Like, I have a generator in my house because I live in Florida and we have a lot of fucked up weather. And I have a gas power generator that's connected to my house. As soon as my power goes down, the generator flips on and I have, you know, power. You know what I mean? Get that. I have Starlink. I fire up my Starlink if my internet's not working, man. It's just, it's about being proactive and thinking of shit, you know. But again, this is a man who doesn't save any money. This is a man that has no savings in his account because to him, a rainy day fund is, you know, the money you spend on when it rains. And he doesn't plan for anything. He doesn't pre-plan for shit. And then when something happens to him, he panics. He goes into a panic because he has no friends. Trust me, if the internet would have been down to fucking, you know, if his internet would have been down to Christmas Eve, he would have been like, fuck that. He would have probably gotten Starlink, or he would have gone to McDonald's and used their free internet. Like, he would have done something desperate because that's how pathetic he is. Let's see, Jay, can anyone tell me how to do a highlighted reply message? You have to earn points, brother. So on the Kick, the nice little thing is you earn points. And then, well, you should know this, Jay. You earn points, and then you can, if you have 100 points, you could do a highlighted message, and I think 500. If you have 500 points or more, you can redeem it, and I'll play a sound clip for you like this one. Look, like this one.
Hulk Hogan himself is actually a detractor.
Yes, that's
Phil
right.
doesn't know this, but Hulk Hogan's favorite YouTube channel was Duty Streams.
That's right. Shout out Hulk Hogan loving Duty Streams.
And me,
Oh, by the way, if you ever run into that problem and you need somewhere to stream, Starbucks internet is the best. Starbucks internet is the best. If you're a streamer and you need free internet to stream your shit, go to Starbucks, because they don't block shit. Starbucks doesn't block anything. Certain locations you can't watch certain things, or they throttle you. They limit what you can watch. They limit what you can watch. Starbucks doesn't limit none of that shit. Like I've known people.
On Kick, thanks for all the moral support. However, it sure would be great if you give me some real support.
Thank you for the moral support. I've known people that actually go to start that I have a buddy of mine that did a startup. He did a startup business, and like the motherfucker was just broke. He was really broke. He came to me and actually he needed some money. You know what I mean? And whatever, you know, I gave him a couple bucks, whatever, and didn't even make it a loan. I just said, here, take it. No, you don't have to pay me back, because if you don't pay me back, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like really lending money to friends and family, but in certain occasions I will. So I didn't loan him anything. I just said, here you go. This is a gift from me to you. You don't have to worry about paying me back. The lovely thing is that he did pay me back. He actually did pay me back, which, whatever, it was nice. It was a gift, but whatever, you know what I mean? That motherfucker would go to Starbucks. He would go to Starbucks and use their free Wi-Fi, and he would buy like one coffee a day. And I'd mock him. I'd be like, damn, bro, you're using their free Wi-Fi? And all you did was buy one coffee a day, man? Come on, man. At least get a fucking muffin, or, you know what I mean? He's like, dude, man, I was broke, man. I had no money. So for like the first 2 or 3 months of his startup, man, he would go to fucking Starbucks almost every day and would run his business using their Wi-Fi. It was insane, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do, right? You got to do what you got. So again, if you ever need free Wi-Fi, Starbucks probably has the best Wi-Fi of any restaurant or whatever, and they don't throttle you or anything. So there you go. Mr. V, thank you for the for the $5, brother.
Pay my bills.
You're telling me that cat moved the furniture, ran the vacuum,
yes,
pulled out the Hoover, and ran the fans to dry the carpet.
Again, this is Phil's delusion. Let's watch him call it in the Phil's delusion. Yes, she did, because she's probably stronger than Phil. Yeah, she's probably stronger than Phil. All right, Ben said, fuck Starbucks. No, I hate Starbucks coffee. Starbucks coffee is not good. But I'm talking about free Wi-Fi. Like, if you're homeless, anybody is homeless over here? Because I know YouTube, by the way, YouTube Live. You guys ever watch YouTube Live? There's like a couple homeless people that actually have like Obama phones, and they do YouTube live streams, and they're homeless. And you always see them next to a Starbucks, and they're using the Starbucks Wi-Fi. The Starbucks Wi-Fi is bomb, man. Big ups to Starbucks for giving out free Wi-Fi.
I have just been...
Lavazza is king, by the way. That's what Duty uses. Duty buys Lavazza espresso coffee. It's amazing. You can get the can for about $10. It's the best. It's the best, man. What are Obama phones? Obama phones. During the Obama administration, he expanded the availability of free phones that are provided by the state and the government. So essentially, if you were on Medicaid, Medicare, if you got welfare, you got food stamps, if you got SNAP benefits, you automatically, under the Obama administration, they changed the policy where you automatically qualified for a free phone. You get 1 gigabyte a month of data, you get free unlimited calls and messages, and you got a free smartphone with it. And this was part of the Obama. So before, it used to be very limited. Like, I think it was only available to certain people. And then the Obama administration, when he was in, he came in and expanded it. And that's why people now call it an Obama phone. So there you go. It's 25 gigs, and they expanded it. It used to be 1 gig. I remember that. And I know this because my daughter, she qualifies because she's special needs. And we got all the information. I was just like, no, I'm not going to get an Obama phone. So I don't need it. Like, she doesn't need it. I don't need it. And I'm not the type of person that will get free shit, you know, just because it's free. So I said, no, we're good. Don't need it. Fine.
Spent so much time this last week, as you know, basically tweaking my setup in here that I really didn't have much to do. I even said to her, really, realistically, the only thing that I have to do right now to finish my studio is the microphone. So if I have like an hour today to watch an instructional video on how to use the Roland Bridgecast software.
Well, and then too, not to be too political, all right? Not to be political, but the Trump administration could have locked that shit down himself and did away with a lot of that shit, and he hasn't. So as far as I know, the Obama phone program and all that shit's still kicking. That's still being funded by the government. And again, I don't mind people that need it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm a big believer. Like I rather give, like, I'm the type of person that if you're a working class person, you know what I mean? And you work 40 hours a week, whatever, and you're just not making enough money and stuff like that. I'm one of the type of people that would be like, you know what? That person deserves services. Like they deserve, you know, maybe they should get a discounted phone or something. Or maybe they should get, you know, SNAP benefits to help make ends meet. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, that doesn't bother me. I'm very happy with, you know, I'm very big on a hand up, not a handout. You know what I mean? And then again, like special, you know, like special needs people that are injured, like those people, I get that. You know what I mean? I'm not talking, but just the programs are insane now, man. The programs are insane. They pretty much you know if you're dude, it's ridiculous. If you're actually getting like fucking therapy, you know, you probably qualify for every fucking benefit under the sun, and it's just not. It's not. You know, how many people get Social Security disability now, man? It's insane, man. It's insane. They're also getting ACA for that. Yeah. That's insane, man. And what that does is, it sadly, the people that really need it. You know what I mean? They really need it. Those programs are going to get wiped out. They're going to get wiped out because there's so much abuse, and that's a shame. You know what I mean? But you know, that's what people vote for. That's what people vote for. I like Trump too. I like Trump as well. I voted for Trump. I like most of the things he's done with his administration. But again, you know, he still allows a lot of this bullshit to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I know he's working on getting those Obama plan, the subsidies, getting them reinstated again, where people, you know, for January, they you know, the government picks up most of the premium, a huge chunk of the premium. And I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. No, if you have a job, you know, and you decide that you have a job that doesn't offer health care, then get a fucking job that offers health care, man.
To fine tune my microphone. That's it. Like, that's all I have to do. I have nothing else. Everything else is now working.
Israel first. No, I'm not even talking about Israel. Like, everybody knows I'm a supporter of I'm a supporter of Israel. I am. But again, I'm talking about, you know, the abuse that happens in these programs right now. Like, again, okay. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look. I don't know a lot of people know this. All right, my daughter. Right. I'm well to do. I don't need any benefits. I'm one of those people that do not need any benefits at all. I need nothing, right? But because of the way the system is set up, when my daughter was younger, I was forced to put her on Medicaid. You know why? Because when she was in school, she was the funding that pays for her education is through the Department of Health, not the Department of Education. Most states mandate that for you to get services, the way to pay for these services aren't through commercial insurance. You have to have Medicaid. You're required to put Medicaid. I would try to get my daughter certain benefits, certain services, like speech therapy, right? I would try to get her extra speech therapy outside of what was covered. And every speech therapist said, no, we have to go through Medicaid. We can't go through your private insurance or you pay cash. No one would accept it. And I would sit there and be like, what? This is insane. So I was forced literally to get Medicaid for my youngest, because if I didn't get Medicaid, she didn't qualify for her schooling, the programs in her schooling. So her speech, her occupational therapy, her special needs services, she couldn't get any of that. Because I was mandated I was mandated through the state that I was forced to get Medicaid for my daughter. And I'm sitting here saying, I don't need it. Like, my family doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. I have a good health insurance benefit that would cover this. But I couldn't use it because the way it was fucking mandated. So there you go. Suffer, duty, suffer.
And I don't even have cable management is done. Like, everything is done. So
yeah,
after talking about it, we decided, let's go out and do stuff. Now here's the thing.
Yeah, so the way my daughter's thing was that the way the Department of Education was at that time for my youngest was they were required to provide my daughter with 30 minutes of speech once a week. That was the requirement. 30 minutes. And I'm like, that's not enough. That's not enough speech therapy for her. She was nonverbal. I was like, that's fucking insane. I was like, no. So I tried to get more services and pay out of pocket. And every place that I would take her to would be like, no, we can't provide services because you've met your IEP for your daughter says that she requires 30 minutes of speech once a fucking week. I'm like, are you insane? But yeah, there you go. There's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. Duty is a Nepo baby, and yes, that's right. Yeah, Duty loves the baby killing. Yes, I do.
We had flooding earlier in the week. What we were told is that most of the flooding had been cleared out or was receding, so that all the roads that had been closed in my area were now opened again. So we said, what do we need to do? And Kat was like, we could do a Costco run. You know, we don't actually need to do it right now, but it's next few weeks we probably need to do one. So that's probably a good idea. Why don't we do our Costco run and get it done today and get it out of the way? And maybe we'll do a few odds and ends and things while we're out, right? Excuse me. So yeah, why not, right? So
let's not forget, folks, this man went out driving when there's an emergency declared in his area. Okay, Phil.
Kat started to get ready to go out, and while she was getting ready, showering, putting on her makeup, I came in here, and I did two things. I filmed the short that you may or may not have seen that's on the channel. I don't know how many people watch it because I didn't have internet, so I don't even know if anyone really watched the short or not. But I filmed this like 3-minute short on my phone, right?
Okay, that's a lie right there. That's a lie. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. So let's play Phil's imaginary. Let's go to Phil's imaginary life here, where his wife was getting dressed, was putting on her makeup, right? Let's not forget what he said in that short that he whatchamacallit. He asked his wife, what is he going to do? And what did Phil say? She say to him? She said, go play with your microphone settings. Go set your microphone settings or whatever, right? But now you're telling us that you guys were going to go on a Costco run? Which is it, Phil? I don't get it. It can't be one or the other. Like, your wife's not going to tell you, hey, go fuck with your mic settings, you know, and while she's expecting to go out and, you know, she's putting on her war makeup and you guys are going to go out. No, she's going to tell you to sit the fuck down, give me a few minutes while I get dressed or whatever, and then we can go, right? That's what she was, that right? Okay, all right, okay. I just want to make sure. But again, this is Phil and his contradictions.
Here, explaining the situation. I hit upload. And you see how fast my hand is moving? That's about what happened. It didn't upload. Because cell phone internet is terrible in this area for whatever reason. I have unlimited maximum speed cell phone internet. It's like molasses. It's slow as hell out here. So for some reason, it wouldn't upload the short. So I had that film around like 10:30, 11 a.m. I don't know when it went live, but I had it up. It was 33 minutes. It should have been.
Yeah, there's a good segment of people that hate him. I personally don't hate him. I hate some of the shit he does. I mean, to me, hate requires a lot of energy, and Phil doesn't. For me, you know, that's way too much energy to spend on Phil. I'm not going to sit here and hate on the motherfucker. I hate on a lot of stupid shit he does. It's quite annoying. But yeah, there is a large segment of the Vortex that can't stand Phil and wish him harm. I'm not one of them. Real Glory, yes, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Hate all you want, man. Dude, just as long as you watch, right, and support and watch my ads and hang out here and chill and give me engagement, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you hanging out on Duty Street, brother.
10 seconds to upload. I don't know when it actually went online, okay? So, sorry if I couldn't really update you guys sooner. I tried as soon as I could. Then I said, well, I got probably about an hour, okay? Maybe I can do something here to tweak the mic.
To me, this life that Phil has to lead is more punishment than anything anyone else can do. I really think so. I do. That's my belief. Like him living, like the mental gymnastics that he has to do. Seriously, the mental gymnastic that this motherfucker has to do in his life, just so that, you know, he doesn't have a mental breakdown, to me, I think is more just punishment than anything anybody can do, really, honestly. Like, you know, most people would have probably quit years ago dealing with the harassment and all the bullshit and all that. You would think they would just fucking quit, but because Phil views having a real job is worse than anything else, he has to live his life this way, and it's pretty fucking pathetic. Like, he has to sit here and tell us about this imaginary wife that he has. And you know, he has to constantly think about the tractors and what he says. It's insane, man. It's crazy. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't. You know, if I was hated like Phil was, I would probably be like, all right, I'm out. I'm shutting off my fucking streams. I'm out, you know, or at least I don't know, change my name come back and try to stream or be a VTuber. Can you imagine Phil being a VTuber, changing his doing a Cyrax? At least Cyrax knows. So okay, so I don't know if you know about Cyrax. What's up, Radical Jaws? Cyrax, man. Cyrax for years has been playing this game with detractors, with his trolls, where every so often he'll come on and tell everyone that he's retiring, he's done from the internet because he hates all the hate, right? And then literally like 3 days later, he becomes a VTuber, changes his voice, and tries to act like it's, you know, like this is someone new. And it's fucking funny. It's just hilarious. And everyone knows that it's him. They can pick out that it's him, like that. You know, his inflection, the way he says things, you know, calling everyone his brother, and you know, just the mannerisms. You know, it's just fucking great. It's great, you know, and at least he has enough common sense to try to do that. Not Phil. Phil's like, oh, fuck that. That takes too much work, man. I'm not going to be a VTuber. But can you imagine if DSP announces that he's done? He's done with streaming, and then literally a week later comes back. He comes back and is a VTuber. Oh, really? Oh my God, Gil Gerard passed away. Yeah, Buck Rogers, man. Buck Rogers is great. I love Buck Rogers. That was out when Duty was young. Good Lord, man. Oh, man. Shout out. Big ups to Gil Gerard, man. Hope his family. Condolences to the Gerard family, man. Good guy. He's up there, man. When Gil Gerard must have been like 80 years old, man. He was like 35, 40 when he did Buck Rogers. Good Jesus, man.
Microphone. I had the video from someone who actually had worked directly with Roland to design these Bridgecast audio interfaces, and I was going to watch the video, I'll listen to their advice, and I would speak everything. So I did. I first of all, the video, I'm not even kidding you, the video that I wanted to watch was about 20 minutes long. I only wanted the middle 5 minutes. Do you want to know how long it took me to load the middle 5 minutes of the video on the mobile internet? 1 hour. So I couldn't even watch the video until noon. I was sitting in here.
It's a me him had a really it's a me him said Phil says they're talking about the tractors even when there's nobody listening. It could, yeah, man. Can you? God, man. Like, just again, I bet you he was sitting in that chair all day long, and just like being pissy, annoyed. You know, that he couldn't stream. He was probably checking out the detractor content. He was like, let me go see what the detractors were saying. I think the only person that streamed yesterday was probably WPIG. I think he streamed. He was the only one that streamed yesterday. Everyone else just took a fucking day off. I mean, Raw Phil was on, but I think Raw Phil did a Tekken stream, a Tekken fight stream. And everybody was out for the day. So, you know, he fired it up and was like, all right, let's see what the detractors are saying. Let me get my talking points going. And nobody gave a shit. I mean, Twitter was always, you know, Twitter's Twitter. But nobody was really streaming or making videos or anything. Everybody's ready for the holidays, man.
For like an hour, trying to get this thing to load and stop buffering.
A Tekken
okay?
stream, right? Yeah.
It was a nightmare. So finally, I got like the middle 5 minutes to load. I was like, yes. And I hit play, and I was able to fine tune. So here's what I did this morning. First off, I adjusted the decibel level on the microphone. Then.
Okay, I hope there's no ladies in the chat. I'm going to say this, and don't get offended. But Phil reminds me of Phil reminds me of a woman who hasn't had much interaction in several days. And then her best friend comes over and he's like, oh my God, I gotta tell you everything and anything, and just, you know, starts talking a mile a minute. That's what Phil reminds me here. He was so sad that he couldn't stream on his first stream. I'm sorry, lad. I'm sorry. You know, there's love. I got nothing but love for the women detractors. You know, Duty's a feminist at heart, right? But it's true. It's true. Let's be true, okay? Duty has 3 women in his life, and you know, it's true. It's true, okay?
I added the compressor, but I actually added the compressor properly. So now when I have high highs or low lows, it's adjusting properly, which is what I want. I might actually just down the compressor a slight bit because I'm seeing it might be going a little bit too strong on what I was looking for. I think right now it's actually a little bit better balanced. I lowered it a little bit, and now I think the compressor is like perfect level where I want it. I instituted something completely new that I hadn't done before. Instead of doing a noise gate, I now have what's called a noise expander. This apparently is relatively new technology for microphones, where instead of blocking sounds around you, it by default has the sound on a low level, but then it expands the sound of your voice only. It's kind of the opposite of a noise gate, okay? And apparently, I guess a lot of audiophiles have switched over to this type of noise suppression because when you use a noise gate, typically you end up nerfing your own voice. Like, for example,
Again, Phil, you have a Shure mic. A Shure mic automatically reduces background noise. I have no filters on my microphone. I have 0 filters. The only thing I have is I have a slight gain. That's it. I have a slight gain. I voice my gain. That's it. But I don't have any filters on my microphone. I find that when I add filters, it just gives my voice a really weird, you know, it gives a weird, no, I don't even have fucking noise gate. You don't need it with these microphones. These microphones are great. Like I'm literally on top of the microphone. I'm about 2 inches away from my microphone, you know, and you don't really need filters, man. I mean, whatever, but I guess he has to justify the cost of, you know, that Rode, whatever that shit he bought, that amp. Lick it, let me see. Yeah, Duty can lick it, there you go. Pirate Duty, yeah, whatever. I don't know, man. Ben has a little bit more technology than I have, man, but it's just like, and then the thing is, his voice sounds exactly the same. It sounds the same. Nothing's changed. Like, his voice still sounds as shitty as it did when he had that Audio-Technica mic that he used to have before.
Previously, when I was using the noise gate, I couldn't do this. Did you hear that? Previously, if I went to do that, it would have muted me, and you wouldn't have heard anything. But I fixed it by going from a noise gate to a noise expander. Okay? In fact, check this out. Ready? Hold on, because the music's playing. All right, ready? Check this out.
Look at this fucking guy. He's literally... This is peak content right here, folks. This is peak fucking content. My lord. Whistling. Telling show. Look, guys, I can whistle.
Whistling is back on the menu.
You're amazing.
Because I'm now using this new kind of noise suppression technology. It's much better than what I actually used to use. Okay? So, I got that worked out, and...
By the way, I know the Kick Chat gets a lot of props for LARPing. There is this one dude, man, and I think it's a host of guys. I don't think it's one person. But there's this one guy on Phil's YouTube channel. This motherfucker, man, and again, props. I'm not shitting on him. But this motherfucker must spend his day creating YouTube accounts. Like, non-stop YouTube accounts. Like, he literally has like 50 a day. And all he does, man, is just go on Phil stream and shits all over him and throws his words back in his face. It's fucking great. It's amazing. Like, the dedicate, like, all right, okay. I know it's a little bit weird, but the dedicate, like me, I'm big on people that are willing to put in that kind of work and dedication for the troll and for the LARP. It's amazing. It's great. It's great. Yeah, but, you know, Phil, and then the other thing, too, is it throws Phil off because he's so concerned about that YouTube chatter that he ignores a lot of the Kick Chat. So the Kick Chat is just going off and talking shit, and he misses a lot of trolling there. So it's great. So it's like this cat and mouse game with the trolls and Phil on his streams. That's why he does a lot of slip-ups. That's why he says shit like where my wife lives versus where she works. You know what I mean? Because he's so hyper-focused on the fucking the trolls and the LARPers. It's just fucking great. So this guy posts here, yes, be toxic to your fans. Bring that side back out of you, Greed Goblin. Listen to the voices and bring back out the real Phil. Do it. Hashtag cat's been gone. Gout crystals. Hashtag snort sacks. Hashtag liver spots. Hashtag divorce. And the man spends the whole stream doing this. Literally just spamming him. And I'm guessing he probably has like 3 phones, a tablet. He's on PC. And he has all these accounts ready to go just to bombard Phil, like nonstop. It's gold. It's peak. And again, I'm not shitting on the guy. I'm really not. I think it's funny as fuck. I think it's so fucking funny. And I wish more people would do it. So
I actually manually went into my equalizer, which again is a new technology in this Roland Bridgecast, where you can actually completely adjust the levels of everything. So I upped the bass a little bit. I lowered the mids a little bit.
Why didn't you get one of those like Rodecaster equalizer things? You should have just got that. I mean, they're expensive as fuck, and I don't find any use for it, but I know a lot of people love them.
Up and down.
Yeah, it's new technology. This shit's been out since like 2012.
A little bit on different levels. So hopefully now the microphone sounds better than ever. Like how it sounds right now should actually sound better than my microphone has ever sound in the history that I've ever broadcast.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter when you have a fucking pop-up that sounds like someone turned on the fucking vacuum in your room. Like, it's just...
All right.
Yeah, and paying God knows how much money he's paying a fucking month for this bullshit. Let's see. I had no idea you pull more. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Duty be pulling in the viewers. I used to get a lot more. Like I used to get about 600-700 viewers, but I changed the time where I stream. I used to stream a little bit later, and more people would come. But I guess it's too early for folks, or someone else is streaming or whatever. But Duty enjoys his 500 or plus viewers. Shout out, Duty. Shout out to all the mod squad. That's right.
We could still tweak it more, but I feel like I've kind of hit the happy medium of what I want. Like.
But Beavis hit it on the... Beavis, you're going to get a round of applause, brother. Yeah, give me a round of fucking applause. None of this. The 20K that Phil has wasted on a stream, none of this, brother, will make your content any better. Because you're still pumping out the same shitty gameplays. You're still wage quitting games. You're still toxic as fuck. You're still focused on detractors. You're doing drama content and then tell people that you don't do drama content. You spend your nights at 3 o'clock fucking drunk tweeting and messaging Jordy. You know what I mean? Nothing fucking changes, brother. You can add another 40K to this setup and your content will still be fucking garbage. Okay, Phil? Maybe focus on the content. And I think he's going to say, oh, well, see, my detractors always said that my setup was shit. My mic was shit. Everything was shitty, right? That's what Phil would tell you. And now that I fix it, they're still complaining, right? That's what Phil will say. But I think most detractors said both. They said that your content was fucking garbage. So you need to fix your content. And on top of that, maybe you should get a proper setup. Maybe you should get a gaming monitor. Maybe you should clean up your background. You know, not have fucking dollar store decorations thrown up there and act like this was some high effort production, right? That's what people told you to do. And you decided, all right, well, I'm going to fuck it. It's just like he opened up a vortex of diarrhea and it just started spewing shit in the room. And then he said, okay, this looks different. This looks great. This looks different. All right, cool. Did Buckwell come back? Buckwell's here. I don't think Buckwell went back to Phil. No. Buckwell is still a detractor, hopefully. Hopefully.
It seems to be doing everything I want. It's not creating echo. It's not picking up environmental noise, but it's also doing really good things with my voice. So let me know what you think. It definitely might sound different, okay? But hopefully this is sounding good, okay?
It sounds the fucking same, Phil. It really does, man. It sounds the same. And again, no one cares. No one cares. The only one that care are detractors that are just fucking with you. They're the only ones that care, that want to make fun of you, all right? But literally, anyone that's there, unironically, that's watching your content for gaming, they don't care about any of this.
Okay, now.
Yeah, Buckwell was banned, by the way. I don't think, if Buckwell came back, he came back on their sock account. But as far as I know, Buckwell is still, you know, Buckwell didn't fall back under Pignosis, as far as I know.
I basically did that for about an hour, and I'm not even exaggerating. While I was finishing, the moment I finished, my wife was like, okay, I'm actually just finished.
Okay, so it took your wife an hour to put on war paint. You're literally trying to tell us that it takes your wife 1 hour to put on her fucking makeup? 1 hour? And she looks like that? That's insane. Again, more lies, more lies. And by the way, don't forget, Duty's just playing under his delusion. That fat cat is still there, that he's still happily married. I know that's not the case, but okay.
I'm ready to go. I was like, perfect. At that point, the short still hadn't gone live because it was taking so long.
Bro, someone just posted something. Phil thinks flashing lights and pictures make quality content. Yeah, and the other thing too, Phil, is Phil's content. Like if you watch his live stream, not the Raw Phil. So when you watch Raw Phil, you say you're watching Raw Phil. So it's me watching Raw Phil watching DSP. So you get 3 layers. You get 3 layers of kind of view, right? So it doesn't look too bad. When you're actually looking at DSP's content, I'm sorry, brother. If you ever had epilepsy, bro, it's too much. Like it's just visual cues hitting your eyes at different frequencies and colors. It gives you a headache. Yeah, it's dentception. Yeah, it's a dentception, I like to call it. But it's like too much. Like you have to turn away because it hurts my eyes. Like I have vision problems. So watching all that fucking motion and different lighting and then the thing is nothing's ever in sync. Nothing's in sync. And it just gives me a fucking headache. I can't watch his streams anymore. Like, if I have to get content, watch his videos, it's hard for me to do it. Like, I have to minimize his video. I can't watch it like on full stream. It just hurts my eyes too much. So I gotta watch like raw fill. Even with raw fill, I can pay attention to the chat and not focus on the light show that's happening. And I can tolerate it, man. I can. Like nowadays, I don't even watch Phil's content. I have it playing in my earbud, in my iPod headphone, and I'm just listening to it. And I have my phone on the side somewhere. I don't even visually look at it because it just hurts my eyes.
I need that
Rio, thank you for the $1.99, brother.
Pay my bills.
Is Cat still lost in the Great Renton Flood
Yes.
2026?
Yes. A Cat actually, what happened to Cat was she got pushed out to sea. She was floating around, and then the current brought her back in. Like right now, Cat is a hero. Cat actually is she dammed up one of the what do you call those? The barriers. So one of the barriers that burst, she's currently now clogging up one of the barriers. So she's a hero now. So they kept her there until they can the levee. Yes, she's clogging up one of the levees. So Cat is a hero. Let's give a round of applause for Cat saving lives. That's right. Yeah. Big ups, Cat. Big ups. So she's out there just, saving people.
Long to upload. So I was like, well, I guess we're gonna go out. Let's go, right? So we did, and basically what we did today is we went to Costco, and it's funny. So we go to Costco, and the Costco, incidentally, that we go to is literally next to one of the rivers that was in danger of flooding. And as we're driving over this bridge over the river, we looked over. The river was like way, way high up, and we were like, damn. So as we're getting to Costco, one of the employees, as we're walking in, said, "Oh,
Phil, why do you need to be stupid? Why do you need to be fucking stupid? That's the reason why, Phil, they tell you to stay home. Because again, a change in the wind, another, couple inches of rain that comes out of nowhere, that whole area can just be flooded in an instant. It literally could be flooded in an instant. But this idiot wants to go, and again, he didn't go anywhere. This motherfucker stayed home. But again, we're talking about this using Phil's delusion, okay? We're using the delusion that him and Kat are still married, and he's happy, okay? Again.
oh, you have to update your membership. It expired. Okay. So we're making small talk with one of the employees in the line, and they're like, yeah, today we are kind of back to normal business, but Monday the floods happened, and we were actually ordered to evacuate by the authorities. So we had to shut down the entire store, and we made like no sales on Monday. Yesterday they were allowed to reopen, but everyone thought they were still closed, so the store was dead yesterday. So they were actually happy that today things had picked up a bit. So we did our usual Costco run, stocked up on stuff, got a few extra things because it's the holidays, you know. But it was nice. It was a nice little trip out. We did a little bit more shopping. We actually went and got lunch together, which Kat and I never go out to get lunch. Usually when we're going out, we get dinner. So it was nice to actually go out and get some lunch together today. And as we basically finished a late lunch, so I want to say it was around, probably around 3 p.m.-ish, I checked my phone and I got a message from Comcast saying, your internet should be back. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let's wrap up what we're doing because we had one more place we had to go before we came home. So we went to one more place, we wrapped it up. And we came home, and by then it was almost like 5 p.m. And we're like, all right, so here's what we'll do. I'll announce to everyone that I will be streaming tonight, and we'll just relax, have a cup of coffee, you know. We'll try to calm down now because it's been a hectic day, you know, out of nowhere going out when we hadn't planned and having to kind of me just doing on-the-fly stuff here. And it was, to be honest, it was kind of nice, but tiring because it was supposed to be a normal work day. And instead, here I am rushing to get stuff done with the mic. Now we're rushing, driving all over town and everything. The good news is, as of right now, the winds have calmed down. The rain, it's just a light drizzle, and it doesn't look like it's too bad at all out there. So fingers crossed.
This fucking guy. Oh, it's one of my favorite YouTubers. Sabaro Supervisor. Shout out, brother, for the 10 gifted member bomb. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the generous. And by the way, man, Sabaro Supervisor, aka Triple P's Jilted Lover, man, you've been dropping the massive support, brother. And I wanna thank you for helping me buy. You, sir, have been helping me. You helped me purchase Soulmate's car. So big ups to you too, brother. Thank you. I'm gonna put out an internet card. You guys are all gonna be able to sign it. I'm gonna present it to Soulmates. Again, thank you very much, man. If you did get a membership, please make sure to thank Sabaro Supervisor. And don't forget, I have the December giveaway. You can drop a comment in my post now that you're a member, and it entitles you to $25 gift card of your choice, or $25 in cash via PayPal. So big ups, brother. Thank you, Sabaro. Thank you. Appreciate the The generosity.
That we here in Washington State have gotten through the worst of it. Definitely where I live was not the worst of it. Like I believe the Maple Valley area had landslides and entire like houses were flooded, and there was someone who died because apparently they didn't read the notice. There was a street that was closed. It said right, do not enter flooding zone, and apparently someone drove in and actually got stuck in the water and drowned.
And Phil lost his internet for 12 hours.
Which is horrible, right? That should have never happened. I don't know why they were like, why isn't it completely blocked so they're not allowed in there? I have no idea, but yeah, pretty bad. Anyway, I'm hoping.
I love how he has to second guess everybody. Like, oh, these stupid city workers. Why didn't they just? How about they couldn't get to it? How about they didn't know? Again, Phil thinks that every government, state, local, is made up of 100,000 employees. That all they do all day is just wander the streets to see how things are going. Like I think that's how he literally thinks. Like I think he thinks that the government sets up cameras everywhere, right? Every location in the city grid, there's a camera, right? And there's people monitoring the situation. So when the power goes out, or the lights go out, or a road sign falls, or there's a pothole, that they know, and that someone will be out there to repair whatever it is, right? He literally thinks this. And when something doesn't go according to that, he gets all upset and he starts blaming the workers. This is his mindset. Again, I don't know if anybody ever watched Veep. Did anyone watch Veep here? Veep was a great show, by the way. Veep was an amazing show. If you have HBO, I guarantee you watch Veep. It's like 7 seasons. They're half-hour shows. They're one of the best. It's one of the best shows out there. Elaine Louis Dreyfus, whatever. She's amazing. She's great. All the characters is great. It's funny. If you're into politics, you'll love it. It's fucking great. It's amazing, right? So there was this episode where there was a government shutdown. I believe it was the government shutdown episode, right? And then of course they went to different people and they were asking them questions. And then the Veep, her butler, I'm assuming. I don't know. I guess her personal assistant or whatever. Julia. Yeah, I love Julia. Julia, I love her. She's great. She's amazing. I loved her in Seinfeld and everything. She's great. So they asked him like, oh, what do you think about the shutdown, whatever. And then he went on with this really fucking weird answer. And then he was essentially saying they should just print more money. Like, he literally thinks that's how the economy works. Oh, the government's running out of money? Well, why don't they just print more money? That's his mindset. And that's what Phil thinks. Phil thinks, oh, well, if the government doesn't have any money, they should just print more. And like, yeah, you can do that. But then, that goes to the deficit. It's, there's interest and, yeah, just print more money. That's Phil's mindset. Finance major. Yeah, by the way, 4 years of college with a finance degree. And this is his thinking.
Hoping we're through the worst of it. The good news is I'm able to stream tonight. Hopefully we're gonna have a good chilling.
It does happen that way, but that's because we spend more money than we actually bring in for tax, in taxes. But that's because the government doesn't have enough balls to actually tell people, no, you can't have that. No, we're not gonna spend $6 trillion on a federal budget every year and only collect $4 trillion in taxes. Maybe they should just say, all right, well, if we're going to only collect $4 trillion because people don't like paying taxes, then we're only going to spend $4 trillion and not borrow the other $2 trillion. And then that would require the government, the Congress, to actually do a budget and not every fucking 6 months do a continuing resolution of it, a CR. It's insane. But anyway, this isn't a political rant. I'm not getting there.
Interactive time with Power Wash Simulator 2, and hopefully that's the end of it. I'm hoping that it won't really affect anything moving forward, that we're fine. I apologize that obviously I couldn't be here today, completely out of my control. If I don't have internet.
What are you apologizing for, Phil? Do you really think your dents didn't have anything better to do? Like, they didn't go check another... I mean, probably except for Jade. I mean, I feel sorry for Jade because Jade just can't go anywhere and can't touch anything or move anything. And I'm sure his mom didn't know what was going on. And she probably just rolled them up in front of the TV or the tablet and said, here you go, son. Watch your DSP. I'll see you in 4 hours or 5 hours. So, I mean, Jade was probably the only one sitting there waiting for you to come on. But everyone else, brother, just moved on and did something else.
Obviously, I can't be streaming. Some people make suggestions. Why don't you stream from your phone? Why don't you do... I can't. But the cell phone internet out here is terrible. Like, it's so bad. I told you, I did a 3-minute short. Took over an hour to fully upload and get live on YouTube because the cell phone internet connections are so bad. It took me an hour to load 5 minutes of a YouTube video to do my tweaking of this microphone. So there was really no way that I could really do much, okay? So, yeah, sorry about that I couldn't be here. And I hope that you guys are down for the rest of the week. I'll be here tonight. I'll be here full days, Thursday and Friday. We got to play catch up now. So what that means is tonight we're going to do Power Wash Sim. I actually have some drinks. I have cut water and some alcoholic seltzers that I'm going to have while we play Power Wash.
Well, Jade does pay the Ultra membership. So Jade is a member. So he pays $20 a month to Phil. So his mom does. Or the US guy. I'm sure his social disability check pays $20 a month. So
Sim together. That should be pretty fun. Then tomorrow we will do a level 1 podcast where we're going to do what we were supposed to do today.
But that's okay. I don't mind paying for it. I don't mind paying for it with my taxes because I like Jade. I feel bad for Jade. Jade's probably the only dent there that I actually like.
The actual studio tour with you, go through the photos that I took and explain the setup and how it's working. We'll also talk about the Fallout TV show. So I'll give you my opinions on the first episode of that. We'll still do Pokemon tomorrow. Tomorrow night we will play Routine, which is what was normally scheduled for that night. Now on Friday, I'm going to do another stream of Clear Obscure. I think maybe if there is stuff to talk about, we should do a podcast on Friday as well. But let's see. You know, I know people like the podcast. I just want to be sure that if I'm going to do
Rare Tricks, brother, thank you for gifting the memberships, brother. Thank you. I think Rare Tricks, thank you for the 2 gifted memberships. I appreciate that. And if you guys did get a membership, please make sure to thank Rare Tricks. Rare Tricks has been holding it down. He's been holding it down. That's right. You are on the leaderboard, by the way. If you can see, Rare Tricks is on the leaderboard. Big ups, brother. I appreciate that.
do 2 podcasts back to back that we have enough to talk about. So let's play it by ear. We may or may not do one for Friday. And then Friday's day stream will be Clear Obscure. And then Friday night is completely up in the air. We could do more Arc Raiders. We could do more Mega Bonk, or we could do an extra stream of Power Wash, depending on what you guys want. So I can tell you that right now. I had a great time with Arc Raiders this week. Now with this new Cold Snap event and the snow now being a factor in the gameplay, it's quite fun, but the drops, the loot is way better. So I actually had a great time with that. But then I played Mega Bonk last night, and that was really fun, because now we have a whole new stage that I've unlocked, the Graveyard. We have a new character in the Ninja. We have the potential to unlock...
Okay. Come on, Phil. All right, this is what you're going to do.
Because there was just crap everywhere.
And of course, he has to do... Essentially, this is a... Excuse me, the unrecorded beg segment is a podcast because he couldn't sit there. I think it's funny, Kino Casino call him a Yappuccino. It's true, he is a bit of a Yappuccino. That's right. Jade doesn't need... Well, let's see here. Let's Maga said, no duty. Jade doesn't need money if he's using it to pay this F slur. I know, man. I get you, man, but I don't know. Duty has a soft spot, man. Duty has a soft spot in his heart for, you know, cripples, bastards, and broken things. I'm like Tyrion Lannister, okay? Duty has a soft spot. So I typically just... I let stuff like that slide with, you know, people of, certain needs, I guess. Let's just say that to be nice.
So I systematically went through the studio, packaging things away I don't need and stuff. So I just put it in the storage, number 1. Number 2, in order to make that happen, we would actually have to play it out and pick a variety of like driving games to do. Right now, I'm not looking for anything really for the schedule because we've got a million games we're already juggling. In fact, we got this mystery game we're going to try out this week. But
I'm sorry. Duty gets... I'm okay. Look, I'm old. All right. When you get older, you get a little bit of your heart softens a little bit, man. Okay. I'm sorry that I'm not just a cold-hearted bastard. Okay. I try to be occasional. I see crippled bastards and broken things. What a coincidence. DSP. Yes. By the way, shout out to Game of Thrones. That's a great quote by Tyrion Lannister.
When things start to slow down, perhaps it's an idea.
Yes, that's right. Duty tries to be a human. Yes, I try to be it occasionally.
Yeah, maybe it's an idea for a future marathon. DSP drives a marathon where I drive all different kinds of different games and sims and competitive.
I have not seen a Mega Bonk stream at all. Like, I don't know what it is, but lately I just haven't been feeling any of his gameplays. Like, it's funny because, like, I won't watch any of his gameplays anymore. I'll just go do something. And then I'll pop in the Raw Phil's chat and say, anything happened? I'll ask the viewer. Phil, I'm actually getting viewers to do my work for me. And usually 1 or 2 people come in and say, oh, he did this, or he was begging, or something. And then I'll find the timestamp and then clip that segment. But for the most part, I hardly ever sit through 3 hours of his fucking gameplays because they're all just boring, man. They just are. Mr. V said, we're part of the older generation. Yeah, I know. He's old, man. We've been taught... Let's see here. We've been taught to protect and guide the younger generation. Yeah, I try, man. I'm trying. That's why Duty has the center for... What's the phrase? What's the center? Oh, man. What the fuck is it? Hold on a second. Let me find it real quick. Zoolander. I love the Zoolander bit. The center for the what was it? The center for something. Zoolander. The center. What is it? Let's see here. Oh, here it is. Yes, that's why here at Duty Stream Center for Kids who can't read good and want to learn to do stuff good too. That's right. That's what Duty is right here. I'm Duty, but my focus is on, you know, helping people break prognosis. Though there you go. And again, I feel like if kindness, you get what is it? You get more honeys with you get more bees with honey than vinegar. So I try that approach.
Racing and everything. It's a possibility. Well, I'm sorry to hear you missed me, Jade, but I'm back. You know, the only thing that...
By the way, Zoolander's a great movie. I love when he throws down the when he throws down the small little model of the center. Is this a center for ants? Yeah, that's great. Oh yeah.
That can hold me back from streaming is technical issues like no power, no internet. You know,
What
I'm here
is
every day. When I'm
this?
sick, I'm usually here. I tough through
A
it.
center
I
for
love being with you guys
ants?
every day.
Yeah,
I have a great time hanging
Zoolander
out with all of
is
you. So, you know,
Zoolander is gold. The second one was garbage. The second one should never, ever be shown ever again. It was the worst piece of dog shit that was ever made. And then the second piece of dog shit ever made was Anchorman 2. Anchorman 2 and Zoolander 2 should be two fucking things that should never, ever be fucking played. And what's his name? The two actors should come on and both fucking apologize. Those were the two pieces of worst garbage ever made. And it's a shame because the first two, the original movies, Zoolander and Anchorman, were fucking beyond amazing. They were great. No, Carlos, I'm going to ban you for saying Anchorman 2 was good. It wasn't good. It was terrible. You know what it was? Anchorman wasn't that bad. Not as bad as Zoolander 2. Zoolander 2 was fucking terrible. It was terrible. Anchorman 2 was okay, but it was nowhere near the first one. It was nowhere near the first one. I went to the fucking movies to watch Zoolander 2 and literally just walked out midway. I was so disappointed and upset. Yeah, apologize, Ben Stiller. Suffer, Ben Stillers. That's right, suffer. That's why you got divorced. That's why the Brady chick left your ass, because you made Zoolander 2 and it was fucking garbage. All right, that's why you're divorced now.
do my best.
Suffer,
Our
Ben
new headphones, they
Stiller,
are outstanding
suffer.
6 hybrid. They are actual audiophile headphones, meaning they're designed for people who want to listen to studio quality audio. They're not gaming headphones. So they're using the really high-end rolling surround sound software to make virtual surround in them. And it sounds amazing. Like playing arc readers, I can now tell the actual direction that an arc is coming from. Even when it's like behind me, I can feel, back.
Hi, Phil, come on. How long did it take him to fucking play the actual game? Literally spent an hour and a half yapping away, doing a fucking podcast, and then he brought Power Wash 2 Simulator. Okay. All right, someone said, what was the mark? Someone said, what, the 2 what mark? Oh, I wrote it down. That's right. Duty wrote it down. Oh, look at that. Duty was prepared. All right, 223? 220, no. Yeah, the 223 mark. Let's go to the 223 mark. This is where Phil talks about charity.
Call me DSP. Let's have a conversation about it.
All right,
I
let's
don't want
see.
you spending money or time sending me something that, you know, I won't use, and then it's basically kind of like wasted. Because I felt bad when I had that PO box. People would send me this stuff, and I'm like, damn, people put a lot of time and effort into some of this art stuff, and I can't really do anything with it. I feel awful that people put that time into it. You know what I mean? So, if you...
By the way, that's a lie, because there were several things that people sent him, like that mini PC. No one told him that they were gonna send him that mini PC, and the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck. Someone sent that to him. He didn't request it. Remember, he said, I didn't request it. And he didn't throw that away. So that's bullshit. So whenever you send him something, he opens it up. He might throw it away if it's garbage, but that's a lie. So, I mean, don't send him shit. You shouldn't send him shit. Don't buddy troll Phil.
If you ever want...
Unless it's an anchor. By the way, I think someone claimed that they sent Phil an anchor. Or an anvil. No, an anvil. Someone Amazoned him an anvil or some shit like that. It came out to be false, but Phil had a meltdown about it. It was an anvil? Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, Steam Deck. Right? Yeah, the Steam Deck he uses, like this Steam Deck, look, where I can play soundbites. And this. Yay! Someone sent that to him years ago, and he never used it because he didn't have the right computer. So he didn't ask for that. Someone just sent it. So again, he's lying. What's up, YouTube refugee? How you doing, brother? What's up over on Kick?
ever interested, it's not that I'm saying no, don't ever send me anything, but please at least run it by me so that way I can figure stuff out, right?
When am I joining? Probably never, man. I don't think. Like, I'm telling you right now, like, I would say 3/4 of the Kino Casino crew, those folks hate me. The chat, they just hate me. I don't know why. They just, every time I go in there, the chat, every once in a while, people just start shitting on me. And I don't go fine. I don't care. No, I don't know. I don't know. It's what it is. What it is. I guess people. I guess they don't really like A-loggers like that, like the way I do A-logs. I don't know. I don't know. They think I'm a little bit weird or whatever. It's fine. Not a big deal. Yeah, not a doubt. That's all right. It's okay. Not everybody likes everybody, and that's okay. It's fine. But by the way, I do have a short to share where Kino Casino actually spoke the truth about Duty Streams. That's right. They actually put it out there and say that Duty Streams is the clipper to go watch. That's right. And we're going to play that in the middle. We're going to play. What's up, Lord Diaz? And how's it? Lord Diaz rate me pickups, brother. I appreciate you, Lord D. Right? I'll be doing well, man. That's all right. Nobody has to love me, man. It's okay. It's all right. Amazon sells. Yeah, they sell fucking everything. You can buy a fucking house on Amazon now. It's ridiculous. So I think it was a lie. No one sent them an anvil, but he thought that someone sent them an anvil. It was fucking funny.
Okay. Geez, Dark MB, another super chat. Would you ever do a charity
stream? What's up, Lore? How you doing, brother?
There's different ways that you can do charity streams.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Charity stream.
Waste it. Because I felt bad when I had that PO box. People would send me this stuff, and I'm like, damn, people put a lot of time and effort into some of this art and stuff, and I can't really do anything with it. I feel awful that people put that time into it. You know what I mean? So,
Lord
if you're interested, it's not that I'm saying no.
Shout out to Lord Diaz. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Thank you for the raid, man. Appreciate it. Lord Diaz, why don't you drop your channel? Lord Diaz, do me a favor. Lord Diaz, drop your channel here, brother. Drop your channel here. Drop it, and we'll shout it out, brother. Yeah, if you're not a Lord Diaz follower, Lord Diaz pumps out all the content. He drives PWR insane. He's an amazing. Him and Dashfire, two people that just get PWRs. Like they're the reason why he's mentally unstable. Yes, there it is right there, Lord Diaz. I would pin it, man, but I gotta watch his video that Aloof posted, so I can't pin it. But there you go. You gotta spam it. Spam your shit. Go ahead, brother. Shout out to Lord Diaz, man, for checking out. Definitely check out his content. He does streams, videos. He does some good shit. Big ups, Lord Diaz.
No, don't.
All right, don't overspam. All right, don't overspam. I'm at the time y'all, Lord Diaz. No, I'm kidding, man.
Ever send me anything, but please at least run it by me so that way I can figure stuff out, right? Okay. Geez, Dark MB, another super chat. Would you ever do a charity stream? It would depend because there's different ways that you can do charity streams, and many years ago, again, a lot of you are newcomers and you're hearing all this history. A lot of my longtime viewers already know this, okay? But
no, those are LARPers, Phil. Those are LARPers asking you the same questions that they know are going to trigger you and trigger a response. That's what they are. It's not new people. And again, all of the asthma roaches are gone. There's no one left at all. There are no. And again, look, he's streaming to 156 people. He was gone for a day. He made it seem like his fucking life was over. He made it seem like everything was fucking gone. And you know, the first moment that he came back, he's rocking a $1.56. That's right, $1.56 to come watch Power Wash 2 Simulator.
But a lot of you, for the first time, you're hearing these stories. All right, so my apologies to my longtime viewers, who basically already have heard this, but this is a retread for new
356.
Okay,
my bad. 356. Is that? I couldn't see it. It looks like a 1. 356. Thank you, Mark, for correcting duty. So 356. Come on, dude. I mean, this is a Thursday morning. I'm doing a Thursday morning stream, and I have nearly 500, and I'm just some fucking weirdo talking about DSP.
So basically, many years ago, I moved out here to Washington, and what I actually wanted to do was, being that I lived in, in a state where there was a high amount of gamers and/or gaming streamers.
Yeah, he will gradually bring it back. Like he won't put it on his stream screen as a goal, but he'll start mentioning it. He'll start saying, well, people are telling me or messaging me saying that we should create these goals. And then he'll do that, and then he'll phase it back in. And he says, people want me to do feasting with the pig. So I want to give the people what they want, so I'm bringing back goals. Not because I want to, but because people ask me to. So he'll do that shit. He'll bring it back.
Gamers, and also gaming businesses and things.
I mean, he keeps literally saying, guys, hit my goal so that I don't have to have goals and beg for goals. So if you literally have to come on and tell people, give me money to hit my goal so that I don't have to have goals and I don't have to beg you for goals, you already have a goal.
I wanted to branch out a bit, and I wanted to start doing new kinds of content. One of the things that I had actually wanted to do for a long time was a charity stream. And my idea was that I would pick a charity or
Is that
charities.
you, Mark? Is that you, Mark? I know someone. I knew this. I knew there was a detractor out there view botting Mark. My guess is you're view botting him to get him in trouble. Is that what you're trying to do? Where you hope that YouTube sees him and they think he's view botting his channel and get him in trouble. I figure that might be what people were trying to do, but I don't know. Let's see. Mark said I still view bot him every day. 156 is what he actually. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And it sets him off so bad. It sets him off because he knows that detractors are probably reporting him for view-botting, so.
And I don't know if you could actually set it up where if someone donates, it actually goes directly to the charity. I mean, that would be ideal. I'd rather have people...
It doesn't do any... Look, by the way, someone said don't do that. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. For YouTube, it doesn't help because and I'll tell you this right now. I've tried it myself where I actually view-botted my own stream once to see what happens. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. Like YouTube doesn't count it to your, because I wanted to see if Phil was lying. And what I did was I added like 300 people, or I think I did like 500 people to view bot me. So remember there was that one stream where I hit over 1,000 viewers, and you notice it went away like after about like 5 minutes or whatever. I wanted to see exactly what would happen. And at the end of the stream, when I ended my stream, it wasn't even in my, it didn't even whatchamacallit my fucking streams. It didn't show up or anything. No, I did it once because I wanted to show... I was going to do a video where I was going to show that Phil was fucking lying. Because he's always fucking lying, right? And what I did was I view-botted my live stream for like 5 minutes. I had like 500 viewers. And I think I ended up getting like 13... I ended up getting like 1,100 or 1,300 viewers for like 5 minutes. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to admit it. I'm going to admit it, right? And it was up for like 5 minutes. And then when I checked my analytics at the end of my stream, it wasn't there. Like there wasn't a peak. I think my peak viewership was like 560 or something like that. That's how many actual viewers I had. 560 or 600. That was my peak viewership. So for YouTube, it does nothing. It does nothing. For Kick, I don't know. If you viewbot someone on Kick, I don't know if they have a way of seeing whether that's accurate or not. So, I mean, I don't know. But for YouTube, it doesn't do anything. I'm guessing they do it just to fuck with Phil. So
people donating to a charity stream go to the charity rather than go to me and then I have to like...
And he doesn't get anything. Like, it's not like he's getting ad revenue or anything from it, so...
Send the money to the charity after the fact. You know what I mean? So anyway...
It used to work. View-botting used to work. But now, like YouTube and the various platforms, they know how... They can tell whether something is a bot or not, so... they know how to flag it, so it doesn't benefit the streamer at all. I think people view bot just to act or show. Like some people, like LTG has been known to do this shit, where they view bot just to make it seem like, oh, I'm more popular than I really am, when they're not. And it's not expensive to view bot. Like you can get like 1,000 people to watch your stream for like an hour for a couple bucks. It's not expensive, so yeah. Let's see. Why the heck is he doing these therapy video game sessions? Nobody cares. I don't know. He's lonely. I'm guessing that's what it is. It's lonely, and he can't afford to pay. He can't afford to pay. $100 for a therapist to actually talk to them. And of course, he doesn't have a wife where he could talk to his wife about these issues. And he's friendless. He doesn't have any friends, so that's why.
The idea was there was going to be a charity marathon I was going to run, and I was actually going to invite people to be a part of this charity marathon.
So why don't you do it?
A group of people lined up who actually were on board to do it, because keep in mind, this was before I basically became the most hated gamer on the internet, or whatever you want to say.
This is how you don't play it.
Yeah,
sure, Phil.
And at one time, other content creators actually did like
Again, Phil, you made yourself the most hated person on the internet, brother.
Me and wanted to do stuff with me. And I actually was the person who shut it down. I was like, nah, I just want to do my own thing. But
this is why he's so desperate to have a conversation with Wings and trying to make Wings his protege, because he's lonely and a loser.
I kind of wanted to change a bit when I moved out here. So one of the ideas I had was this charity event, and so I was trying to get it off the ground. And
again, we have clips where where people asked him why doesn't he do charity streams, And Phil actually said he was the charity, so donate to him.
It was 2015 was the year when I really wanted to have it happen. Okay? And so at that time, 2 different things happened at exactly the same time. All right? So first off, I got swatted, and
yeah, well, sounds a douchebag.
The creatures got swatted. Not swatted. Or did they get swatted? Yeah, they did. So me and the creatures both got swatted. All right? And at that time, I hadn't experienced that level of trolling before. Like, I had people mess with me and say bad things about me on the internet, but I never had anyone actually, like, actively break the law to troll me.
Breaking the law.
And at that point when I got swatted, I kind of realized when it comes to people who don't like you on the internet, sadly, they don't get the joke. Like, a lot of people make fun of you on the internet and they get the joke that, hey, I'll make fun of this guy, but, you know, that's it. That's where it ends. There's some people that are just crazy. And they'll go to absolute extremes to mess with.
Well, all right. I'm not going to defend Phil. I try not to defend Phil, but technically that was a SWAT. I know it was a chest check or whatever, but when someone calls the authorities and claims something, that's a SWAT. No. And again, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with swatting, like, because again, I understand that Phil is a douchebag. Yes, I understand that he's a motherfucker, that you hate him, but again, you know, especially when people don't live by themselves, they have other people there, somebody can get hurt. And then the other thing too is, you know, you have police officers, God forbid they get, you know what I mean? It's not a good thing, man. It just isn't. It's just, you got to be careful, because again, you don't, it's just not good. I'm never going to say, oh, that's great or fun. No, I'm not down with that. You know what I mean? Like, troll him, make fun of him, shit like that, you know, drive him insane. That's all good, man. But, you know, calling cops and I don't know, man. I'm not down with that myself. So
It's with you. All right. So basically, when I got swatted, it was eye-opening. I was like, damn, even though there's a lot of people who like me, there's apparently now a growing number of people who really don't like me. Okay, so that was number one. And then I heard that,
oh yeah, the trolling and shit like that just comes with it. You know what I mean? Like, you're an internet personality. I have trolls, you know what I mean? It's just the shit that you got to deal with. Stop bitching about it. Yeah, if he doesn't like it, you can easily just shut off your fucking streams and you could just go away. Go get a real job and you'll be fine. Nobody will fuck with you. You know, in 2 months, no one will even mention the word DSP and you'll be forgotten and people will stop fucking with you and you can live that hermit existence that you want. You can spend all your money on WWE champions. No one's going to give a shit. And yeah, you know what I mean? And keep ignoring your wife and doing all the scummy shit that you want to do. And no one will give a fuck. And no one will care. And no one will say a word about it.
the creatures had done a charity event, and during the charity event, people swatted them and messed with the charity event, and basically the entire thing was a big flop failure because they messed with them so hard. And I was like, damn, like, that's messed up.
Okay, so now he's saying he doesn't do charity streams because he's worried someone's going to swat him. Okay, even though you said yourself that you've met with your police and your authorities and they all know who you are, and they know that if someone contacts them about you swat, you know, whatever, and that they will reach out to you ahead of time, and they know exactly what's coming. Okay, all right, Phil, sure.
Because it's not for you, it's for charity. Like, you're literally doing this to help another group of people who would be so vile to want to ruin that. When you could...
Well, Phil, the scummy thing about it is that, you know, people would want proof that you actually donated the money, and you probably wouldn't do that. You would say, no, that's none of your business. So there would be this question out there whether you actually donated anything. Okay, that's the issue here, Phil. So, yeah.
You could actually help people who need help, right? Some of these charities are run for, like, cancer research and stuff. Why on earth would you ruin a charity event? It just doesn't make sense. And again, for people maybe like us, who are logical thinkers, you would never expect that people would actually act like that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, like, it was eye-opening. Okay, it was absolutely positively
eye-opening. No, I'm not streaming on Christmas.
And
I might do a stream Christmas Eve in the morning, but after that, I'm not. So by the way, just to let you know, there's not going to be any streams or anything probably after Christmas Eve. I'll be back probably like the 1st of January, so there's going to be like a week and a half of no duty. So just to let you know, I'm going to be chilling, relaxing with my family, enjoying the winter break. I'll still post videos here and there, like clips, but I'm not. I'm going to be enjoying my family and the time off. So.
basically those two factors, the fact that I got swatted and the creatures had their charity event ruined by their troll,
Yeah,
made
holiday
me believe that I
vacation.
just shouldn't do one. That, like, if I'm going to continue to do charity or any charity work, it should always be private and behind the scenes. And it shouldn't be something that's done publicly, because number one, people will try to ruin it. And number two, also, and this is something that I've talked about in the past, I was raised as a Roman Catholic, okay? And in Catholicism, you're outright taught that charity work is always supposed to be something that's done privately and is done at a level of personal sacrifice. So what that means is you're giving something up of your own to help others.
By the way, that is not true. That is not true. What he's doing is he's taking one passage or several passages of the Bible, of the New Testament, and he's conflating it and confusing it with prayer. So prayer, there's actually not a restriction, but there is in Scripture, there is something that talks about prayer. It talks about prayer because back then the Pharisees and those folks would pray in public, and they did it to make themselves seem more pious, and they would utter just nonsense, and it was just for show. It was for show, right? So Jesus himself basically said, when you pray, you should, pray in private. It should be a private thing between you and God, right? That's what Christ said. And then regarding charity, there's no restriction in the Bible specifically that talks about doing charity for private. It does talk about, giving in a way where you're doing it for selfish reasons, like to get accolades and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, I get you there. But again, there's no restriction that tells people that they shouldn't give and make it a public spectacle or whatever. You know what I mean? There's really no restriction there. And again, this is just nonsense and bullshit from his fucking... This is just lies. There's no restriction in there that says that, and again, it does talk about like giving the charity, like tithing and stuff like that, and that it should be a personal thing between you and your God. I get that. But there's no restriction that says you can't do a public charity stream to raise money because God doesn't approve of that. No, there's no restriction at all. And that goes for Roman Catholic. And again, okay, hold on a second. I'm not a Roman Catholic, but I've been to Roman Catholic services. They pass around a tithing thing. Like, they have people that walk around with the long stick with the basket where you can drop donations. They have donation boxes in the back. So what are you talking about, Phil? That's all public, right? You're doing it. Yeah, any Roman Catholic people here that can confirm that? Yes, I've been to a couple services, and I know that they have the baskets, whatever. Yeah. So again, Phil, you're talking about the collection plate, yes. Yeah, I know in your traditional Protestant churches they do that as well. But again, if there's a restriction in the Bible that says your giving should be in private, then every church and every Catholic church is doing it wrong.
And it's not for personal gain. If either of those factors are true, if it's not something you're doing to help others,
you're
like
Irish
you're giving
Catholic,
something
all right,
up,
Jay, there you
or
go.
if you gain something from it, it's not charity. Okay? So for example, right now, if a popular streamer were to throw a charity...
That's not true, Phil. Okay. So even if you give in private, right? So what Phil's trying to tell you, that even if you give in private, right? If you feel good about doing that, right? Then it's wrong. It's wrong. You're in the wrong because you actually are gaining. You're gaining, you feel good about yourself. You're still, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, again, these are just stupid excuses and restrictions that he's trying to throw in there, and none of it is biblical whatsoever. Again, I'm not a fan of people using religion to, lie and scam the people. Just, if you want to be a scammer, then just use your own, you got plenty to work with, though. You don't need to throw God into the mix, okay? You don't need to say the reason why you don't do charity streams is because God told you not to do it.
Event.
You know what God told you not to do either? He told you not to lie. He told you not to cheat. There's actually a biblical actual passage in there, Phil, that works specifically for you. It's about teaching a man how to fish. You know that, right? right? There's actually there's a proverb in there about teaching a man to fish versus giving him a fish, where when you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man how to fish, he'll never go hungry, right, Phil? Right? So why don't you use that biblical passage? Why don't you implement that passage?
And they raise $1 million, but all the money is from their viewers. That wouldn't be considered charity in the eyes of the Roman.
It's just like when he uses the passage for begging, when he says, "Ask and thou shalt receive." You know what that biblical passage references? It references faith, Phil. It doesn't reference money or donation. That specific one references God and saying, if you ask God to give you more faith, he will give you more faith. Has nothing to do about money. But then this idiot right here will turn around and use it as a biblical excuse to beg.
Roman Catholic Church. In addition, if that streamer now is viewed in a positive way,
he's not even my thing too is he's not even a practicing Roman Catholic. He's not practicing. He doesn't care. He's actually outright said that he doesn't believe it anymore. So why are you using it as an excuse for not doing charity work?
liked by the public because they raised $1 million for charity via that public stream, that also would not be considered charity by the Roman Catholic Church.
Let's Maga said, God told me to devote at least 1 hour a week to detracting on DSP. Amen, brother. Amen.
Who's a bigger liar, DSP or Boogie?
Damn, that's tough, man, because Boogie's a perpetual liar, and he's a lie about everything. I'm gonna say Phil, because Boogie doesn't stream as much as Phil does. So if you count how many times DSP... So Boogie lies about bigger things, and DSP lies more. So, you know, that's a tough question, but I'm gonna have to say Phil, because he lies more consistently. And then, of course, when you think about lies, the biggest lie that Boogie ever said was he lied about cancer. So is DSP. So I'm gonna say Phil. Phil, but close.
Sure. Like it's more strict than general charity. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what I do, like ever since the swatting happened, I was like, I guess I really shouldn't take that chance. I wouldn't want to do a tremendous amount of work to set this event up to get.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My username says he loves to talk shit using his DSP React account. Yes, he does. And that's because he knows that if he gets flagged, if he doesn't want to lose any channel, but if he's going to lose a channel or get a strike or get reported, he'd rather get it done on DSP React versus DSP Gaming. And the other thing, too, is that he probably thinks that a lot of the Asmongold dents, the people that he think are still around watching his content, they probably don't know about DSP Reacts. So he's being a troll using DSP React, and he's just a coward.
To get people to commit the time to do the event, and then the whole thing's a failure because the trolls find a way to mess with it, right? And I'm not saying that it would happen, but the possibility of it happening when it happened to someone like the Creatures were a very well-regarded group of content creators. They were not trolled to the extent that I am, and it happened to them. So it's like if it happens to them, it could literally
Okay, I'm gonna problem solve for Phil right here. I'm gonna problem solve for you, Phil, because it looks like you're using two excuses for not doing charity work. One, you're saying it's against God's written word. It's not. I can confirm, as a person who's been to church, who's been, who's read the Bible, there's no restriction about giving or doing charity work and making it public. There is no restriction whatsoever. All right, so you're good there, Phil. The second thing too is that you're not even a practicing Roman Catholic, so those rules don't apply to you. The second thing here, Phil, is if you don't want to do a dedicated charity stream, right, where you're worried that someone's going to swat you or whatever, okay, here's what you can do. Every single stream from today to January 5th, every single day, what you're going to say is, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to donate a portion of my earnings for the first stream. That's all you need to do. Just says I'm going to dedicate 10% of my earnings on my first stream, every single stream until January 5th. So let's say that's 12 days of streaming, right? You're going to take 10% of your money for the first stream and you're going to donate it. That's all you need to say. And that way people can donate because they're going to be like, oh, okay, well, Phil's going to give 10% of his earnings to charity, so I'm going to give more. And I guarantee you more people will probably give. And they'll give multiple times because they know that you're going to be, do that. And then at the end of the 2 weeks or whatever, right, you say, okay, I made this amount of money on my first stream for those 12 days. I'm going to donate 10%. and I'm gonna go fire up whatever charity it is, right? Fire it up, donate, and then show everyone, look, I donated whatever $300 or whatever the case is, right? You could do it like that, Phil, and then you can own your detractors. But what excuse do you have there, Phil? And then right there, it doesn't matter because no one can ruin your stream because no one's going to swat you each single day for those 12 days. Okay, Phil? So I think I've problem solved for you right there, brother. Okay? Jay the Great highlighted messages. They can't wait for my gout boy duty. Yes, Bill. Yes, I mailed it out. I even gave you the spoon too, brother. So.
Happen to any, you know, and I already was way less liked than they were. So basically, at that point, I wrote it off and I said I won't ever do it again. And to be frank, I do feel like sadly, things have not gotten.
That's not a Protestant thing either. That's a church scam thing. The 10% is it's a Jewish requirement. It was to fund the temple services and to fund the Levites and all that. There is no provision in there in the Bible that says a Christian has to give 10%. That is a Jewish concept.
Subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.
That was a Jewish concept to fund the synagogues, the Levites, the priesthood, and to fund the cost of the building of the so on. That's what that was for. There is no Christian whatchamacallit that says you have to give 10%. It actually says that you should give to your heart's content. So if you're someone that likes to give, you should give more than 10%. You know what I mean? Or if you're someone that makes tons of money and can give more, you should give more. But again, that's a personal thing between you and God. Okay, so there you go. You get it. You get it.
Gotten better for me since then in any way. They've gotten worse. Like, if anything, my public reputation, the way that people look at me, has gotten worse, not better since then. So because of that, I've never really, again, considered doing a charity.
Yeah, if your church tells you that you're mandated by God to give 10%, you should find a new church.
The event, I'm not saying that it would never happen in the future. I would never do it, but it just doesn't seem very viable. And again, going kind of in touch with my whole Roman Catholic beliefs that I was raised with. Not to say that I'm a staunch Roman Catholic or anything.
Church on Brosy is going to kill me, lol.
Oh, Bro Seifel. Shout out to Bro Seifel. Real quick, did I? Okay. Shout out, brother. Thank you, GBRC, for being a member for 5 months, brother. I appreciate that.
I do charity, but it's never anything public or anything that anyone knows about. Like,
yeah, it's an Old Testament requirement. It was instituted. Actually, Abraham gave Melchizedek 10% of his of what he gained during the wars of the 5 kings. The 10% thing came in during that was part of after the Exodus and the 12 tribes, and the tribe of Levite was set up as the priestly class and all that stuff. So that's where the 10% comes from. That was to fund the Levites, because the Levite tribes did not get a portion of the land. They were part, like, they would serve God, so they didn't own anything. They didn't get any land or whatever. They didn't get their portion. So the 10% was a requirement to help fund their, the priesthood and all that stuff. And that's where it comes from.
If I'm going to do a charity donation to something, I do it behind the scenes.
Sure,
I don't publicly parade around and say, hey, I just did this, blah, blah, blah. Because that kind of goes against the whole premise of doing it in the eyes of the Roman Catholic Church. Their impression is if you
He's not a Roman Catholic
public,
church,
and then you're benefiting from it because people look at you in a positive light and they're like, oh, what a nice guy, what a good guy, because this person does charity, right? And I would never want that to. I want it to be, hey, people benefit and I'm giving a sacrifice. So it's my own money, it's my own income, my own earnings that I'm actually doing, or I need to make this.
By the way, Phil, you're giving away other people's money. The money that you get from streaming is other people's money, Phil.
Is longer. Here we go. My own earning.
And of course, what he's going to say, guys, is he's going to do a charity donation. And he's going to say, by the way, this is above and beyond what you would normally give me. So if you're going to make sure to give me $150 minimum, right, for me, and then anything other than that will go to the charity.
That are going into it, that are helping people.
Stolen credit card.
So that's how I feel it should be. And that's why I don't really consider doing like a charity stream or whatever. If it's going to be charity, I'll do it on my own. And no one needs to know about it. And I certainly don't need anyone to like me more because I did it. You know what I'm saying? And that's...
But again, last year when you did DSP politics and you ranted and raved about that soup kitchen begging being beggars, you donated $100 and you showed everyone.
Fine. Listen, I am not by any means saying, oh, well, this means that anyone who does a charity stream is a bad person who's trying to just look better in the eyes of the public. I'm not saying...
Bro, you shit on fucking Mr. Beast all the time. When he does charity stuff and does giveaways and all that, you shit on him. Because they're, for some reason, they're gaining popularity and making money off of doing donations or whatever. You do it every time. You shit all over anyone that does charity work and post videos about it. Like, fuck out of here, man.
That in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that's my personal belief system. That's what I roll with, and it seems to have served me well. I mean, now I do charity stuff, but no one knows about it. No one can mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no risk to it when I do it.
I'm sure you do. And you also have a successful marriage and a happy wife, right? Yes.
And there you go. Okay, so that's the answer I have for you. I every once in a while I do think about it again, and it just never really comes to anything.
I'm
Again,
sure
I'm not
you
saying
do.
that this is an absolute no. I will never ever do charity publicly again. I will never consider.
Well, wait a minute. Wait, Phil. Wait. Which is it? So you're using your religion to say that nope, there's a religious requirement that tells me that I can't do charity streams publicly, right? And that's the reason why you don't do it, because you don't want God to be mad at you and kill you, right? That's what you're saying here, Phil. But now you're saying that doesn't mean that you won't do it potentially one day. Again, Phil, you see? So either you don't believe it and you don't care what God says, right? Or what the Bible says, or whatever your Roman Catholic Church believes, right? Or you don't. Or you only believe it when it's convenient to your argument.
They're doing a charity stream, it's not a no, it's a I think that me doing it privately is the better way to do it, the better way to tackle it. It's worked well, and I feel like that's probably the better way to go about it to avoid having it being ruined, you know? I don't want to benefit from doing charity ever. Like, I don't want people to be like, oh, what a good guy, Phil, because he does that charity event every year.
Okay, the man who keeps bragging about wanting to help Wings of Redemption and how people, he said this, that people looked at Wings more positively because of their interaction. Sure, Phil.
I would rather just have it be that people get help, and, you know, that's enough for me. I really don't like, I'll be honest, I don't like the Mr. Beast formula where, oh, well,
here
he
it
does a lot
is.
of charity work, and the reason that he can do it is because he makes a ton of money, and he's filthy rich because he's a YouTuber. It's like, yeah, but the reason people really started liking Mr. Beast is because he was doing the charity work, and now the dude sells beef jerky at Costco. Does that sound...
Yeah, and I'm guessing that some of the proceeds probably go to some type of charity, Phil. Again, Phil, you sound stupid and ridiculous. You sound very idiotic in childhood, very childish. Again, this is a man.
That money, I really do.
He's so unworldly. Like, he literally has.
It's a sin to lie, but I
It's
quote,
insane.
it does not matter if it was a lie, it's still an answer.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's right. He broke that commandment. Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not bear false witness. I guess it's, hit or miss. It depends on which commandment Phil will follow it or not. Okay. Envy. There's a provision in there. I know there's a heavy provision in the Roman Catholic Church about envy. Why are you so envious against PewDiePie and Mr. Beast? You've said it yourself that you were a jealous hater. Good God, man. You sound like a hypocrite here, Phil. You don't, and again, he doesn't listen to himself, and he thinks no one's paying attention.
Sound like charity work to you? So we kind of know why he was doing it, and
Mr. Beast has given I'm guessing he's given over like more than $500,000. I mean, more than at least $500 million. At least $400 or $500 million in charity. At least. Maybe that might be high, maybe 100 million, but it doesn't matter. When you're talking about you know how many lives and again, I'm not defending Mr. Beast, but you know how many lives he's transformed? And yeah, he's filthy rich, he's making money, whatever. But again, he managed to create a formula where everyone wins. Everyone wins, Phil, versus your formula where you don't give to charity, you beg the people, right? And you're broke and poor, and your wife left you for some black dude named Tyrone. And one day of not streaming, will potentially ruin your business. Yeah, but you're successful.
It wasn't for charity's sake. It was because he wanted to be a name on candy bars and products around the world, and he succeeded at doing it. So I don't really want to be that kind of person, you know? And everyone has a right to want to do things differently. That's fine. But that's my take on it. I wonder, how am I going to get...
Yeah, time to change the subject. Get the fuck out of here, Phil. All right, so that I'm done with that. I want to watch one more video, the Kino Casino video. Real quick, I do want to show a clip. I want to show a short where the Kino Casino bros actually drop some truth. That's right. And according to Kino Casino, Duty Streams is the clipper to watch. That's right. Shout out, let's get to... Yeah, Duty's gonna toot his home. That's right. It's probably because I'm the only one clipping. That's probably what it is. Snore Hogan's decided to take a break, and Memology hasn't really been posting that much going on. So of course, your only option is me. So anyone that hates me, suck it. You know what I mean? Go watch Phil's Raw stream and get your own clips if you don't like it. So. All right, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, so let's hear Kino Casino drop some truth about Duty Streams.
Decides to resort, watch what he resorts to for content on his half-hour stream after his whole sympathy tour. You won't believe it.
He watch it
on my stream. Don't want to say what the next time is. Depends.
He's building Lego Game Boy.
He won't tell us the next time he's going to be live because he's just not sure.
Yeah,
it's going to be in 3 to 5
Beast Dub
business
lives rent
days.
free.
Don't worry.
How I feel later. My favorite fucking people, but whatever. He has the clip,
buddy.
Let's go.
Hey,
I like Snurping
it's
too.
Us, his favorite people. Isn't that tough? He has to resort to watching us for content because he's that much of a bum and does no show prep whatsoever.
Buddy, just go to
crazy.
Duty Streams. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Go to Duty Streams. Go to Duty Streams. That's right. If you want content, you want clips, go to Duty Streams. That's right. Shout out Andy. Big ups, Andy. I appreciate you, brother. Duty appreciates you. And then he goes on to that. But if you don't, all right, full content, full context about this. Apparently, Review Tech USA came on stream, tried to explain why he wasn't streaming or whatever. And then when he came on stream, he shortened the stream because there's not really that much Phil content going on. I didn't really have any videos, so he had nothing to do. Because of course he likes to watch my content. Rich watches my videos, and I guess they were mocking him. So what they were saying here too is that PPP goes on to say that even I clip Kino Casino, which I do. I clip their videos or whatever. I do. Then I know that, and but it's funny. That's right. Acknowledge Duty Streams for putting in the work. All right, and I know a lot of people think I'm lazy. My clips are sometimes clickbaity or whatever. I'm sorry. That's what you get. Okay. I'm the only game in the, you know, I'm the only what's the phrase? I'm the only game currently going around. So all right, Duty, big ups to Duty. Let's get Duty around up. Yeah, I do that on purpose, Phil. I do that to farm engagement. No. I do it because I forget or my spelling's fucked up. But sometimes I do it for engagement. Because you'll be shocked how many people comment in my videos reprimanding me for my bad grammar or misspelling. So, and again, the algorithm doesn't know that it's a negative comment. They just see that it's a comment. So that's right. Duty's gaming the system. Big ups to Duty for gaming the system. You missed it. Yeah, I can bring it back. I just haven't had road. It's just Duty being lazy. But I can bring it back. You know what? Mark, just for you, I'm gonna the next video I make from today's podcast, I'm gonna add the Disney filter just for Mark. There you go, because you ask, and you shall receive. Big ups. All right, so big ups, Kino Casino. Thank you for the shout out. I appreciate that. Thank you. Duty appreciates it again. This is all, you know, it's all it's just a circle. It's a circle of life for detractors. You know what I mean? Kino Casino watches my clips. I react to Kino Casino. I clip them. Memology, Snore Hogan. You know what I mean? It's just a cycle of everyone making money off of DSP, except for DSP. All right, so I do have a clip from yesterday from Kino Casino. Again, yeah, we're circle jerking each other. That's right. So Kino Casino.
And with
Kino Casino, shout out to Kino Casino. What I want to do real quick, and I should do this when I do the video. Hold on a second. So, what I want to do is I want to give their channel. So if you don't know their channel, and I do post it actually in the video description, but here it is. You know what I mean? I should Kino Casino. Is it gaming? Yeah. So big ups to Kino Casino. That's their Kick channel. And then if you want to know what their YouTube channel is, it's Kino Casino Gaming Clips. I believe that's what it is. So if they do a lot of other stuff other than Phil. They do that pirate motherfucker. They do the quartering. They do Ethan Ralph. They do a lot of segments. They do Review Tech USA segments are funny. I don't clip those because I don't want to be a greedy pig. So I just tend to clip 1 or 2 segments when they shit all over Phil. So there you go. Let's MAGA. I wanted to message you about possible business opportunities, but I don't know where. Just email me at meaningpodcast@gmail.com. So this is the business style email. Just send me an email with whatever you want to do, brother, and I'll hit you up as soon as I can. All right, so Kino Casino, shout out Kino Casino. This was a clip from last night. It's about 20 minutes. They're going through various clips, but I find it really funny because I do enjoy their segment on Wings of Redemption, and they do talk about as well. They do talk about, you know, whatever. My Twitter, by the way, I know a lot of people say that they can't message me unless I'm following you. You can't message me, like DM me. But if you say, like, if you shoot a DM, I mean, if you post a message on Twitter and you say, hey, Duty, can you do me a favor, DM me? Then I can DM you. And then once I DM you, you can talk to me whenever you want. So there you go.
DSP going into Wings' chat at 12:30 in the morning his time, 3:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time.
That's not correct, brother. It was 3 o'clock in the morning Phil's time, because if you look at the timestamp, it was like 6 o'clock Eastern. So it was literally 3 in the morning. He was in Wings of Redemption stream, and then I also checked. Now, well, I know there was 2 streams, so maybe he's talking about the first stream. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong, but I know one of the Wing stream happened like at 3 in the morning.
And he hits Wings with the following comment. He goes, Wings talk shit about me, saying I'm a slave to structure. Then goes on to make $5.50 that entire stream. How's being spontaneous working out for you?
Yes, he
Shorty?
did. He did message him
Having
again.
a work ethic and professionalism isn't being a slave. It's called being intelligent and hardworking, not a lazy ass who makes excuses for the fact that he's such a lazy ass. You can get lazy after you're successful, not before, because then you're in demand and people will put up with it. This guy will be back on LolCow soon once the stockpile of money is pissed away, methinks. Now, my first reaction to this is at least he has a stockpile of money. At least he has some saving.
That is true. Wings of Redemption actually decided to save money in an investment. So he has an IRA where it's earning interest right now, where they buy stocks and it's tax free, and he's actually preparing for the day that maybe, you know, he gets kicked off the internet and can't stream anymore. Now, again, I'm not defending Wings of Redemption because Wings of Redemption is a big piece of shit, just like Phil. But, you know, when you're comparing the two people, you know, what bothers me the most is that, you know, you have one locale, right, trying to improve another locale. That's what you have here. You have 2 locales essentially, you know, trying to one-up each other. And at the end of the day, brother, you're both locales. You're both literal locales and no one cares. No one cares about your opinion or Wing's opinion. And for the most part, no one cares what happens to either of you. So, but again, this is Phil trying to, again, make it seem like of all the locales, he's not the worst locale. Again, he's doing Cyrax. Cyrax does this, where Cyrax comes out and says, yeah, I'm a terrible piece of shit, but there's other terrible pieces of shit, so go bother them. No, that's not how it works. How about you stop being a piece of shit? Yes. Yeah, again, it's a big chunk of diarrhea comparing itself to a big chunk of horse shit. You know what I mean? It's still shit. Doesn't matter whether it's diarrhea or not. It's still shit at the end of the day.
Things, unlike you, Phil, who's broken in debt and have been your entire fucking adult life, buddy.
That's true, but my first thought is, toxic.
Isn't
It is.
drama?
Yeah,
Isn't
it's
this
drama.
Drama.
Harassment,
Negativity,
drama,
going to some guy's show and
negativity,
demeaning
yeah.
him and putting him down. And this is like some Jill
Spamming. That's the other thing. He's trolling and spamming, which is against Wings of Redemption's terms of service for his chat. Yep, doing everything that he calls, everything that detractors do in his stream, he's doing the same exact thing.
lover stuff. What this really comes down to is that DSP believes that he's better than Wings, and so Wings should respect his authority and bow down to him. And when Wings didn't do that, it personally offends Phil's honor code because he believes that he's above Wings and Wings should jump at the opportunity to be his unpaid co-host. Like, this is twisted. By the way, this isn't the first time this has happened. This keeps happening, dude. He keeps going to Wings' live stream and starting drama and causing issues that if someone did to him, he...
But don't forget, folks, after he finishes streaming, he's upset because he doesn't have time to spend with his wife. But he has plenty of time to troll another fucking locale. Don't forget that at 3 o'clock in the morning, by the way.
would freak out. Well, this wasn't the end of it.
Here's what you guys have to do, by the way, if you want to really like troll him and make him feel like, now we can't let him live this down. This is the troll now. And it's not even a troll. I used to like you, but then you became so negative and harassing Wings of Redemption all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Just use it again.
Oh, yeah, that's a good troll. I do enjoy that.
So then he starts coming in and throwing in troll super chats, like begging for attention. Mind you, if anyone else did this to Phil, he would freak the fuck out. You know.
Yeah, there he is.
What did you say?
100%.
I don't know, man.
I have no idea how I timed my arrival for that crazy interaction. What?
But you deserve a second super chat for that, Jordy. And then he says, I wish you the best, man. We are just not meant to do business together. We are too different. I need order. You like chaos. So Phil is drunk as fuck, out of his mind here, doing his pontificating. But listen to this. Like, people then question him. They're like, so are you going to Wing Stream again tonight, Phil?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he would do a call-in show. I forgot what the name is. I'm pretty sure if you go to Twitter and you look up That Being Said, I know he's talked about it. So if you go to That Being Said's Twitter and you do a search on his you should be able to find the name of that podcast.
Am I going to harass Wings tonight at 3 a.m.?
There you go. Yes. See?
That's what you're doing.
I mean, am I going to go check out his stream tonight if he streams and talk with him and contribute to his stream and be positive? Maybe.
Isn't that what
Be positive. Okay, Phil. Shitting on the man, trolling on the man, to the point where his moderators had to moderate you.
detractors do? They go to your stream, they check it out, they contribute to felt you.
Wait.
I don't know, Phil.
Positive.
Is this positive? Like dumping on him for only making $5.50? Which, by the way, like, Phil acknowledges that Wings is off of his medication and may not be acting in his right mind, and then decides to shit on the guy anyway. So
because he doesn't give a shit. All he does is care about himself.
Phil is taking a guy who's at his most vulnerable, who's struggling to sleep properly, struggling to maintain a schedule. The guy is off of his meds. He's depressed. And when this guy's at his lowest point, Phil will go into his chat and start talking about how the guy is poor. He's going to end up on Lolcow Live. He's a loser. And all this stuff. It's like, Phil, you are stepping on somebody and you're punching down on somebody when they're struggling and having a bad time. And then you pretend like you have any sort of moral high ground over us or anybody else who does drama.
Cook.
Get a grip, Phil.
Yeah, and again, I think most people don't really give a shit what Phil says, right? For the most part, it's the hypocrisy that bothers people. Like, the hypocrisy for me bothers me a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I would probably be as annoyed as I am with Phil if he wasn't such a fucking hypocrite. But yeah, that hypocrisy for most people don't like hypocrisy, and they get annoyed with people like Phil. And again, I think for the most part, PPP really doesn't give a shit about Phil, like the begging and all that. I don't, he talks about it because it's funny or whatever, but I honestly don't think he really gives a shit about that. I think what bothers him is the hypocrisy. Like when he talks about misery merchants and he talks about, people earning money off of people's miseries and all that. And then, he claims he's a better content creator because he creates meaningful content by playing video games and begging people for money, right? And then he does this shit where at 3 o'clock at night, he's harassing another locale and creating drama. Just like he did with Low Tier God. He did with Review Tech USA. He tried to do with me. all of these people, you know what I mean, that he's trying to create drama and bullshit for, but yet, you know, he wants to act like he's above and beyond anyone else. Like he is he's unapproachable. Like his reputation is so stellar, and if anyone criticizes him, they must be in the wrong, or they're just simply haters.
You are a nasty, toxic guy. Like, it's twisted. And then when you get called out on it, you then do the exact same thing one of your detractors would say and be like, I'm just contributing positively. You know, it's
what
come
a piece
on,
of
bro.
shit. What an absolute piece of fucking shit.
Depends on what I'm doing. I don't know. We'll see.
So he's going to again.
What a piece of garbage.
Okay, so the arc that we've been going through here, 1 dead in Renton as flooding and levee breach prompts emergency response. This is the natural disaster that's going on where Phil lives, okay? And Phil's main concern during this is whether or not he's going to be able to get DoorDash and get his Amazon package. So let's have a look. So yes, DSP, a company not being able to deliver your video game in the middle of a life-altering flood is definitely a passive-aggressive move. And all these pictures are from the flood currently happening in Washington State.
That's
so
crazy.
Phil is claiming that the company is acting passive-aggressively and is conflict avoidant because they damaged his package in transit.
Oh
and
God,
they
yeah,
don't
this
want
is
to deliver it to
hilarious.
him because then he will issue a complaint or refund. So they are doing all they can to not deliver the damaged product to him. Now, he has nothing to base that on. And in fact, everything to base on the fact that a natural disaster has just occurred. But let's hear Phil. Let's hear him out.
Okay, so real quick video again here. This is DSP talking about
Shout out.
where he thinks a package that was supposed to be sent to him is.
Shout out, that being
he hasn't
said.
got it yet, and he doesn't know why. So he has a theory about why, and then he describes a natural disaster happening around his area in which people have already died, many people have lost their homes in a very special way. So let's play it first.
Like this thing is busted and they're going to try to get their money back. So I almost feel like they're purposefully delaying the delivery to hold off on. It's almost like passive aggressive stuff. Like
passive aggressive.
He actually thinks he's the main character of the universe.
That's actually
and like the people at the fulfillment and delivery center know who he is, and they're purposely spiting him and delaying the delivery of the package. Not because there's a flood, but because they're conflict avoidant and passive aggressive.
There's a flood. There's a flood. Look out your window.
Oh, man.
Conflict avoidance. We know the conflict is coming.
Conflict
So just
avoidant.
delay delivering this thing as long as possible.
Why
Like,
would they do this?
By
Why?
the way,
Why?
Because they damaged his package, which he has no evidence for. And by the way, the package was eventually delivered and was not
Yes,
damaged.
exactly.
But he demanded another one anyway, and is now getting another one in the mail.
Oh, the game.
So he scammed the company.
Right?
Yeah.
Buddy.
Right? That's what I feel like.
And this background music sounds like fucking porno music. Good God.
Like anyway. Okay, that's, you know. That's
Like
all
80s
I
porno
can't imagine
music.
what
I'm
else the
assuming, by the way, it may have been a UPS, right? Because UPS delivers
okay.
to people.
Thanks, Mark.
Amazon is more like you order something and it's from like the so. But UPS is like, I'm assuming. Maybe I'm wrong.
problem is.
It's tough to imagine what else the problem could be.
Gotcha.
Real quick, he's not done yet.
This package was in Washington State since Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It sat at a place and Friday. They held it there all weekend, didn't try to deliver it. Then they were supposed to try to deliver it Monday, and then supposedly the flooding.
Supposedly the flooding. Yes, the flooding. The dying of the people and all that. Supposedly.
Supposedly the flooding.
Flooding with quotes?
It actually was flooded,
I'm
Phil.
actually like, I'm stunned.
No, it's actually like mental illness alert,
He deserves all the
220
hate.
alert,
He deserves all the hate.
220 alert. Well, this is for a lot of people the moment where they realize that Phil is just a completely like irredeemable monster. That's like a psycho, you know?
Yeah, no, this is great. And by the way, how it's terrible. He lives up the hill. Everyone's flooded, but somehow he's the safe man in this whole fucking area.
I know.
Stop.
He's got 99 luck.
Oh,
Okay, well, I will attach some pictures of the flooding with this tweet so you can see exactly how insane and main character
That being said, by the way,
syndrome
right?
DSP actually
Yes.
is to
Shout
call
out
a
that being
true
said. Yeah.
natural disaster, which is making thousands of people leave their homes, a flooding. Bye.
Okay. All right. So we're going to continue on here.
And by the way, Alt did show tons of pictures. Again, there's you can YouTube Seattle flooding, and literally there are tons of people with footage, with drone footages and all that, where you see there's just flooding. disaster, you know, just it's pretty fucked up. But of course, you know, Phil's more worried about his package.
Oh my God, I'm actually like stunned.
This package was in Washington State since Friday. It sat at a place, and Friday they held it there all weekend, didn't try to deliver it. Then they were supposed to try to deliver it.
Try to deliver it. Like there's a natural disaster, Phil.
Ah, man,
Like this is crazy.
Guy.
But you know,
Okay, this
he
is
has
actually
no
sad.
What's crazy is he has no sympathy for other people who it's beyond their control because of natural disasters. But then expects our sympathy today when it's out of his control that his internet is down. Then it's every excuse in the book, right? It's just funny how that is.
Day, and then supposedly the flooding stopped it. So
it's crazy.
The flooding stopped
Phil
it.
hits us with, so we had a power outage overnight. The power is back, but the internet is out. Here is what Comcast has officially posted. Does it sound like a professional update? Obviously, I cannot stream because of this. I'll keep everyone posted on updates. So it says service interruption detected in your area. We're sorry that you're experiencing an outage. We're working to fully restore service as soon as possible and expect the outage to be resolved by 3:18 a.m. on
Imaging Rose and Jack floating on DSP's package.
Christmas Eve.
I thought you were fucking joking.
Would you like to
Ash,
receive a text
thought
message
you were
when your
joking.
service is restored? No, I wasn't
swear,
kidding.
I thought, because sometimes Ash will be like, he'll say something, I'll be like, oh, I see what he was saying. But this is actually, oh my God.
First point, does it sound like a professional update?
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
does.
sounds like every single update from every single ISP in the world when the internet is down. Like, come on, Phil.
If
and
it
you
said-
act like it.
If it said, yo, what's up, cocksuckers, just to let you know that the internet's going to be, okay, you'd be like, okay, that's unprofessional. This is exactly
He's just
what everyone...
losing his fucking shit. So now I think we actually have the video. Okay, first of all, like this is the reminder, like someone is dead. Yes, this is the flood, bro.
That's
and someone has died. Like lots of
Yep.
people in his town
Couple-
have lost
couple
their
people have
homes,
passed away.
like around Christmas. But Phil is like, so here's Phil like freaking out. He uploads this video on his mobile phone. By the way, he's clearly using some sort of like face smoothing filter or something. Like it looks really strange.
It actually is, yes.
Hey everyone, Phil here with an update, but it's not.
Guys, this video is actually unhinged. Me and Ash watched it when we were making our preview. This is crazy. Just everyone strap
He
in.
looks like he's crying, like immediately. Like, look at the distress in this man's eyes. A pig denied his daily bag.
Yes.
Not a good one.
He
So
needs
it's
that money, he
Wednesday,
really does.
the 17th of December 2025, and I was supposed to have a full streaming day here today on DSP Gaming. My power went out overnight. We had a bad storm. It went out for about 2 hours, and when the power came back on, the internet was out, and my ISP is Comcast. Well, for the past 3 hours, I've been trying to get updates from Comcast on when the internet will be back, and they're not giving any. You go to the service outage map, and either it says we're working on it, or it
Like,
actually
Phil.
crashes because so many people don't have internet. That
It's an act of God. It's the weather. There was a storm that took out infrastructure. Like, do you understand how the world works? Like, he obviously doesn't understand how the world works at all. It's crazy.
Nuts.
They keep trying to refresh it, and the whole site goes down. I tried to sign up for text message updates, and their service crashes and says does not work. Try again later. So I can't get any answers. The last time that Comcast internet.
This selfish piece, there's people who are like, their houses are destroyed, their life savings are gone.
Yeah.
And this guy's like,
Yep.
I can't have the internet today. I'm actually like, he's like evil, but he doesn't even know that he is. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he's so like dumb and
He's
went
just
out like
detached from reality
selfish.
and just totally ignorant is what the
He's
reality
selfish.
is.
All he cares about himself. He doesn't give a shit
earlier in
about
the year,
anybody else.
and it took them until around roughly 7 to 8 p.m. to get it back up and running. So I would
Okay.
assume it's probably going to be about the same this time. Now, I
All right, well, we watched that. Hold on a second. Let me forward it a little bit more. There was another clip.
Here and do nothing and stare at a wall. So
Hold
it's
on.
actually you, Phil, who's terminally online.
show you some of my stuff, like my frame, doesn't even work right now because it connects to my network and needs to have like
No
a proper connection, and it won't even work
shit.
right now. So
he's showing evidence in case
He
people
has
are,
to-
are scrutinizing him.
He has to complain about everything and anything. Like, he's such a victim. Just stop. Is this even necessary? Like,
is
just don't do the show. Oh, man.
Oh my God, look at him in this pause. He looks like a different person. Doesn't he? He looks like an old man. Like,
Well, because
Looks gay.
he's actually
He's gay.
flipped, I think, properly with the way, like, because normally when you see him, like, he's flipped, right?
oh.
I'm kind of stuck with nothing.
If you're ever looking for a clip, you can go to Go. So, well, first thing I want to do is I would tell you go to YouTube and type in DSP and then whatever you're looking for. If you can't find it there, then you can go to pigpiggo.net. So here it is, pigpiggo.net. Go there, type in a phrase or whatever you're looking for, and you should be able to find it.
Do. I talked to my wife. Hey, what should we do? So maybe I could tweak my mic for a little
What
bit.
should we do? Like his plan for the entire day is that him and his wife will tweak the microphone. Oh man,
she's not there.
Maybe you should take a vacation.
What do you mean tweak your mic? What does that mean?
Put more fucking settings you don't need. That's what he means. GBRC, brother. Thank you for the 5.
Something else the Bible teaches: love thy neighbor, but Phil nah forget them. Where is my damn package?
Yeah, you would think that he would be worried about his neighbor, people driving, he just doesn't care, man. He's just selfish. It's all about me. It's all about him. That's why he got upset when his wife didn't get home according to Phil. The DoorDash canceled his order. They went and delivered to his area because of the flooding. And he was upset and pissed off because all he does is, in his eyes, he's like, look, my house isn't underwater. I'm not drowning. Everything's fine here. So, everyone else should be out there working. Okay? Everyone should be out there working. Everyone should be doing what I need them to do. And if you drown, oh well, I guess if a couple people drown, that's fine. It's not a big deal. According to Phil, he's like, well, we still have to move on. We still have to live. And if a couple bodies just end up, in the river, then so be it. That's his eye. That's how he literally feels. And that's why he gets upset when he can't get his DoorDash. He can't get his delivery packages, He doesn't care.
Change the volume? Move it? Change where the arm is? What do you mean tweak your mic?
For the most part, I think I'm just going to end up probably having a day off and going out and trying to do stuff around here, which...
Go out
again,
on the flood
Why would
day.
you go out during a natural disaster?
Yes, exactly.
Like, what are we talking about here?
That, to me, that's when I knew that was all a lie. Like, I'm pretty sure that the area mandated no one go out. There was probably an order that said you're not supposed to be outside unless you are a first responder. I'm pretty sure that was probably the order in this area.
Here.
I'm gonna head for a swim outside.
So Phil is going to be a hazard to himself and others during a natural disaster and potentially have to get himself rescued from it.
Yep.
Oh man. And he's like, some businesses might be closed. Like, yeah, Phil, because there's a natural disaster. Oh.
Does he not realize the severity of the situation, or is he like?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and again, ain't she supposed to be working? So if it's not that bad, Phil, shouldn't Kat be working? But you want us to believe that she was home with you. She was probably home with you because her job probably told her, don't come in. Don't come in this rain and this flooding.
Because it affects other people and not him.
Okay.
But the moment it affects him, then it's like the biggest tragedy ever.
Mm-hmm.
might be hit or miss because we had flooding and storms all week. There may be businesses closed. There may be roads shut down. I don't know.
Hit the fucking bell. Hit the bell.
What do you mean you don't know? Like, you never
roads shut down.
Well, you sent your wife out to work during this disaster, so maybe she would know if roads are shut down.
Yes, let's not forget, according to Phil, it took her an hour and a half to drive a normal 10-minute drive. It took her an hour and a half because there were road closures, some of the levees broke, and so on, according to Phil.
Owner, what the situation is outside, I don't know.
Maybe there may be some roads. Maybe. Okay.
But I guess anything's better than just sitting around the house with no internet and nothing to do. So sadly, that means all of today's
What do you mean you have
off.
nothing to do?
A podcast.
How about you actually clean your shithole or like fix some of the disasters in your house? Like maybe clean out your closet that's a fucking mess and reorganize that, or get rid of all the trash that's piling up in your garage or something like that. I don't know, man.
Yep.
There's got to be something for you to do, Phil, that's productive.
Yep.
Outlining my whole new setup, giving you a studio tour. I was going to talk about the new Fallout TV show, which I saw episode 1, which was great, and I wanted to give my commentary on that.
So,
we were going to do more
all
Pokemon.
hope I just had for season 2 of Fallout just went down the toilet. If Phil liked it, it must be fucking trash.
Bro, I saw Novak in the trailer. I saw Novak.
Yeah, they talk about Fallout. It's fine. I'm not going to get it. All right, folks. I think we covered everything. Actually, wait a minute. There was a post by... so someone did post a link regarding the Skype call-in show that Phil used to do. Hold on a second. And I know he used to do some type of call-in show. This is it right here. Hold on a second. We can watch a minute of that.
And you're doing a really good job.
Thank you, sir. Any questions or anything in particular tonight that you'd like to talk about?
What games are you most anticipating for this year?
That's a good question. And the thing is, it's a tough question to answer.
His audio's
because
still
this
shit.
year is a unique year where we've got the new consoles that were just released, and it's kind of a transitional year where a lot of these game developers are going to be making games for the new consoles.
His breasts are still
we don't know what
large.
to expect. We don't know what's going to be coming out. We don't know a lot of the times what the release dates are. But out of the games that I've seen that I guess are going to concretely come out this year, I would say that Watch Dogs, number one, that was one of the ones I was really looking forward to last year, and I was really disappointed that it got delayed. So Watch Dogs is definitely up there on the list.
Money,
for
I
me.
really do. I need that
I know
money.
a lot of
my bills.
Help Hitler. Man waving emoji.
Yes.
Man waving emoji.
9999. Thank you, brother, for the 2. Yes, thank you. You know what? We're gonna have to unpack this a little bit more. I don't have time right now, but we're gonna need to unpack this a little bit. This is insane. I knew this existed, but I never bothered to go back and look at it. But I mean, even with this guy Alex over here, I mean, Alex sounds like a regard. So I mean, this is the quality of people Phil attracts. Let's hear him one more time.
How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for calling in.
You think? You're welcome.
Any particular thing you'd like to talk about tonight?
Well, I want to say that you're doing a great job doing your past week doing here. I love your content and I love Happy Man.
Okay, this might be Jade, by the way.
I was a Happy Man ever since. I like
No, I didn't hear about the Asthma Gold thing.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Do you have a link for that? Where was it? Was it part of Raw Phil?
For the compliment. I appreciate that.
You're really welcome. I really like Happy Man. Like, I am your biggest fan, and you're doing a really good job.
Thank you, sir. Any questions or anything in particular tonight that you'd like to talk about?
What games are you most anticipating for this year?
That's a good question.
All right, hold on a second. All right, okay. We're gonna. You know what? I'm gonna save this. By the way, let me save this. Hold on a second. I want to save this. So let me save this because I definitely want to watch this. You know what? I'll add it here. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to watch and unpack this a little bit more because this is crazy. All right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you for giving me that link. Hold on a second. Let me see here. Raw Phil 5. Hold on a second. Power wash.
All the way up there at any moment. Well, I don't. So I didn't really need it, because no one wants to associate with me because of the level of trolling that I get.
All right, hold on.
Oh, that's gonna be tough.
I think this is it.
I think
Hold
we're
on.
gonna have to get on a ladder and go all the way around the edge in order to like clean this ledge off. I think that's gonna be a pain. I just want to do this like one more ledge and then we're done for the night. Does this game has a Christmas DLC? I don't think so. Not as of yet, right, everybody? That's kind of sad. The game came out, what, a month or two ago? I wish it did have a Christmas DLC. I'd like to do that, but I don't think they have one. I think it's just the basic
By the way, I think this is super fucking boring, this fucking game.
game right now. Is it still broken? It's broken. How'd I did reach out to other content creators because no one wants to associate with me because of the level of trolling.
All right. I'm trying to get to that spot.
Let's see.
What's that short locale?
Here we are.
Oh.
Why not make your own podcast with low viewer streamers like yourself and make a team that grows together instead of a standard streamer mentality of crabs in a bucket? Because no one wants to associate with me because of the level of trolling that I get. Big stream.
No one wants to associate with you because you're a turd. And especially with your little performance this year with the level 66 podcast and you lying about cancer, your mom, your no, that's why no one wants to interact with you, Phil.
Streamers are immune to that level of trolling. So, for example, Asmongold has not received any kind of additional trolling or anything that's hurt him because I was on a show. A small streamer probably would be massively harassed as a result of associating with it. That's why. It's that simple. Like, I actually, over the last year, I did reach out to other content creators. And I said, hey, you want to collab? And actually, at first, a few of them were interested until they researched. And I'm not kidding you. There was one group that actually were super interested and wanted to do something. And then when they found out that there's so many people who like get doxxed on kiwi farms and stuff, they said, sorry, you know, as much as we would actually be interested, I don't think that it makes sense, because can you imagine if, you know, we're small time. Imagine if our families or friends or whatever all got doxxed on kiwi farms. It's just not worth it to have a collab with you. And I'm like, I guess you're right. Like, I can't even counter that. I can't even think of a reason to dispute that. I wouldn't want my family and friends to be doxxed on kiwi farms. So, and it happened. So, I can't really argue with you. Yeah.
Me too, brother.
Okay, guys, this is going to be it.
I mean, was that the thing about the Asmongold thing? I mean, I don't think he's really shitting on Asmongold.
The lower half. And we'll probably... Things are back to normal now, hopefully. Fingers crossed, okay?
All right, that's it. I got to get going, but anyway. All right, folks. Well, thank you, everyone. I appreciate the positivity, the momentum. Appreciate you guys being here. I will be back tomorrow. I think I'm going to stream early tomorrow, so I'll probably be back around 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So 9 to 12, we'll come, we'll chill, we'll hang out, we'll do a bunch of stuff. It'll be amazing. And then we'll do a giveaway. That's right, Duty will do a giveaway. And we'll get ready to wrap everything up for the Christmas. And today we should get some content. So we should have some content to talk about with tonight. It should be a lot of fun. Again, thank you, everyone. Appreciate all the love and support. And I'm going to leave you guys, of course, with your favorite song. You guys know what song that is. That's right. This song represents DSP in a nutshell. So again, shout out everybody.
I know I do. I love pizza. I'm Italian. I'm disappointed that since I moved out here to the West
There you
Coast,
go,
it's
folks.
not a real authentic East Coast
Alrighty,
Italian
everyone
style
have a
pizza
good
out
day.
there.
Peace
Would you like to have a
out.
pizza party with me? Mamma mia, make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens, mozzarella, and delicious. Taking the dollars and roll it out, toss in the air. Pizza pie, make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Pizza pie, delicious pizza pie. Pizza pie, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens. Salvano cheese, Salvano greasy shit, crazy meat, weird sauce. The sauce has these big chunks of tomato that are very well seasoned, that are really good. Turn on the ovens and burn all the pizzas. Mamma mia, make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens, mozzarella, and delicious. Take the dollars and roll it out, toss in the air. Pizza pie, make it a pizza pie. Greasy shit, pizza pie. Felipe, pizza pie. Weird sauce, pizza pie. Delicious pizza pie. Pizza pie. Pizza pie. Mamma mia, make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie. Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens, mozzarella, and delicious. Take the dollars and roll it out, toss in the air. Pizza pie, make it a pizza pie. Greasy shit, pizza pie. Felipe, pizza pie. Cheese, pizza pie. Delicious pizza pie. Weird sauce, pizza pie. Crazy meat, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens. Now on to the more exotic seasonings. These seasonings are catered more towards Italians. If you're not Italian, you don't like these kind of seasonings, you don't have to use them. But I'm Italian and I love it. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to punch through the boundaries. I'm going to become, you know, that person that they say I can't be. And I'm going to be successful no matter what. But even though I have done that, there's still this back here. This song. In the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind. Trying to hit this beat on time. Keep my eyes wide open, looking on the horizon. I'm putting my time in, digging on this mine, searching for a hairy diamond. Looking for these nuggets of truth. I need to find them. But until then, I'll carry on grinding. 1 year older, alcoholic.